I'm ready to start when you guys are.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let me open up a notepad to know what time we starting. Yeah, your image is still the same, but yep, ready to go.
Let's do a reminder of what words we can't say within the first 2 minutes. What are they?
All of them.
Give me a refresher here.
I don't know.
Isn't that the rule? Is like the first 5 seconds of the video you can't curse immediately. You can
I
curse
thought it was
later.
the first 2 minutes now.
I heard
They're
5
reading
minutes.
about it. 5 minutes. So I hope you've picked out really funny cartoon noises for all of us. I just hope it's the elephant from what is it? My gym partner's a monkey.
Oh wow, that's a throwback.
Okay. Side note, real quick. Side note, Adrian, are you recording?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I learned yesterday that My Gym Partner's a Monkey did their scientific homework because there was one episode where they got clones of Adam and Jake, and Adam says, "You know, Jake, I heard somewhere that clones age faster." And I learned yesterday from game theory that cloning in real life actually is a real thing, and they do age faster because, or at least by a certain method, because the cells that they use while they go into a baby will grow from a baby, but the cells are technically the age of which the donor came from.
Yeah, what was it?
So-
Like the sheep, like Daisy or something. That was not her name. That they like took her cells when she was like 6, and so when the child was 6, she was actually 12, and so died. Yeah.
So My Gym Partner's a Monkey was right.
They knew.
That was crazy.
It's like the Simpsons with all their predictions. They knew.
All right, intro time.
Yes.
Welcome back, YouTube viewers of the world, to the GamerTilsonrise channel. I am GamerTilsonrise. Welcome to session 1 of the Stalking Shores. I was about to say welcome back, but technically we had sessions there, but I guess not session 1 would be like, not really welcome back, it's a welcome to, I guess, technically.
We're finally back.
Woo! Not enough.
Here.
Don't they the
It took me a long time. But we're here, we're ready. And I have brought with me, of course, my wonderful, energetic players who have volunteered at gunpoint, not really, to go through this campaign. It's a roulette campaign, it's not really. Anyway, so let's go down the horn first with the person who has to shill. Jarvis, why don't you tell the people who you are, what you do, and where can they find you?
Yeah. What? But no. Hi, name's Jarvis. I normally go by base guy Eo. My Twitch and all my social handles all follow the same name, so feel free to check me out there or not. Doesn't matter.
Alright. Other players joining us are the Pathfinder DM turned 5e player, Eric.
Yes, hello. I'm the one, the only, the king, baby. Get ready for this. That's me.
We got the method actor who's playing the part of a chill dude right now, Justin.
Hello. Yes, my name is Justin. Really nothing to shill. Go watch Jarvis's stuff. That's gonna be good. I'll just shill everybody else's things. But now I'm playing Alabeth. They basically take a Kraken priest and just put a character sheet to it. But he is anything but, I guess, chill in temperature, perhaps. Not so much in personality.
Alright. We got the cameraman for the evening, Adrian.
Hello. Also, nothing to shill.
Short
Yes, you
and
do.
sweet.
Yes, you fuck you do. It's that you street.
Oh,
Shush.
cue the elephant noise.
He does?
I'm in the process.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Very
All right.
nice.
We got our friendly neighborhood sleeper unit, Robin.
Hi. I'm what you call a legal drug dealer. I mean pharmacist. My handle is Farm Girl Magic. You can find me on most platforms.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Orry.
Hello, yes, I'm playing your residents, Cook and Genie. The only catch is that I can only make food-related wishes. The guise of the character Pepper.
All right. So who's ready to hop right in to a new world?
We all
Yeah,
are, I
let's get back
guess.
to it.
Yeah.
A world of nautical action.
Yes.
Right.
Nautical.
Let's go. I'm ready to easy cut myself.
That one time I accidentally got transported
To a pirate campaign.
A big pirate campaign as the king of the good lord.
One time I
hate those.
accidentally got tricked into being an oar in another
There you go.
universe.
There you go.
There's like 82 volumes of that too.
There you go.
And I was teleported into this wonderful world of. Oh god.
I mean, we joke, but that is actually
Rated
how-
rated
Oh my
MA. It's
God.
one of those wrapped up in plastic ones.
It's like
The ones you don't want to see.
Yeah. They want you to fight and get in there. Oh. Paper's all sticky.
Oh god. You joke, but half of the ones at Books A Million when I worked there were already
Ew.
torn open. Not that. No, the covers were torn. The books were torn open.
Somebody,
Yeah,
dude,
nasty.
somebody had already gotten in there.
It's been 5 minutes, right? I think it's been 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep, exactly 5.
All right. All right. Play the intro.
Are you ready, crew? I can't hear you. Oh! Off of the west coast of Calamia, this cursed archipelago's waiting for ya. If nautical action be something you wish, then come join the crew and don't be a bitch. Ready? The Stalking Shores, the Stalking Shores, the Stalking Shores, the Stalking Shores.
Paramount is putting us down as we speak.
Cease and desist is already on our mailbox. Great.
Hey, that song slaps every time.
Welcome to the continent of Calamia, where the 4 great nations live in political peace and prosperity. The natural world, however, holds many dangers and secrets. Last time on the Stalking Shores, King, the human paladin, Carl, the elf fighter, Alabeth, the human warlock, Pepper, the Afridi bard, Baitos, the human monk, and Ilara, the Githzerai ranger, reached the final chamber of this dungeon that turned out to be the tomb of Wake Nodalajum. After Alabeth received a warning and command from his patron, Iramalik, the party quickly prepared themselves to exterminate the threat that approached. A mutant shark bull ooze revealed itself to the party and attacked to defend its horde. By expertly taking a defensive stance in the center of the chamber, the party slayed the ooze along with all the sharks under its control. The chamber then raised to the ocean surface, and the party found a treasure map to the location known as the Stalking Shores.
He said it. He said it. There it is. He said it.
He did the thing.
That's the thing.
I can't get him away.
Tired but victorious. You collected all the treasure, storing it all into Pepper's lamp, and journeyed back to Aquator capital. The journey back took about a week of travel, and you arrived at the city in the late evening. So you all convened at Alabeth's home to rest for the night. Your first order of business was to get your gold sorted as soon as possible. So you split into 3 groups to convert your coinage, pawn off art pieces and relics, and appraise or sell gems and jewelry. You split up in the early hours before the early bustle of the city, and you agree to regroup back at the Brine Barrel, where you will distribute out the magical items from the Horde and discuss the plans for your inevitable voyage. Now, you guys already went through all the trouble of collecting the treasure, and I'm not going to make you worry about converting everything into usable currency.
Oh, thank God.
However, you need the proper currency to do business. So to expedite this process, I had each of you give me a charisma roll off screen. Long time ago. And these rolls were these rolls were for determining how efficiently you got things done and how profitable you were. So, I'm going to give a brief explanation of your interactions and the results of your rolls, and in the end, I will share your gold amount, and we will pick up roleplay at the Brine Barrel. Okay?
Okay.
Nice.
Alabeth, you've worked closely with the clergy and historians in Aquator capital, so you took it upon yourself to handle the art pieces, artifacts, and relics. And Pepper, being bound to Alabeth by their pact, is along for the ride.
Yeah.
For the charisma checks, Alabeth got a 16, and Pepper got a 12. The clergy and historians were thrilled to have such reliquaries of lost knowledge and history being brought to their doorstep. You even brought them the contents of that hidden archive about the water-dwelling concepts that Bitos discovered. The historians, however, had a conundrum when identifying the items that specifically related to the Nodalagem family. There were a few signet rings, a crown, a couple figurines, etc. And the historians claimed that they could take the items off your hands for a decent sum, or you could take these items directly to the Empire and have them appraised there, potentially offering a better deal. Not wanting to make that decision yourselves, you decided to take your current earnings and the option to the party to discuss. So they also provided you a letter of recommendation to the Empire, if you so choose that option. So one of you can write down in your inventory a letter of recommendation for the Empire. Okay?
All right.
What's causing that?
There's a bit of an echo. I'm not sure. Justin, say something?
I'll be right back.
Hello.
Oh, Jarvis just left. Oh. Okay, I had Jarvis' group go next, but I'll skip ahead. We'll get back to Jarvis. Carl.
Yes.
You're confident that you can use your connections as an ex-Marine to get the currency from the Horde converted quickly by going to the Marine headquarters and talking to the Marines' finance coordinators. Alara, you go with Carl because he's heading to the organization where Alabeth was once employed, and you think you could get some dirt on his background. Alabeth is your person of interest after all, quote unquote. You both take the coins from the treasure and head to the Aquator Marine headquarters. For the charisma checks, Carl got a 19, and Alara, with help from Rogue the Weasel, got a 21.
Nice.
Carl's plan to utilize the Marines' resources was an excellent endeavor, one that quickly bared fruit. By talking to Carl's old comrades in the Marines, you were able to swap your clutter of currencies for organized local currency. And the treasurers were explained that they would be most happy to take your foreign currencies off your hands because those currencies were useful when making marine expeditions to neighboring countries overseas. Which was also so useful because you had currencies collected from the far-off Draconic continent to the west. You even had currencies somehow from the Gnomish continent to the east. So, lots of foreign currencies to be converted. Additionally, having Alara around helped keep the peace during the transactions. Anytime someone attempted to question or protest the lack of protocol, Alara would step in and change the subject to Alabeth, whom the older Marines would ramble on about. Additionally, through the ramblings, you also learn that a noble from the Empire is visiting the Marine headquarters this morning. Finally, you both got all the treasure converted and started heading to the brine barrel. On the way back, you guys were not accosted in any way because you successfully got to do business with the Marines. If you had needed to resort to an average bank, you both would have most likely have drawn much more attention to yourselves, having carried around so much coin.
That's fair.
All right. You back, Jarvis?
Yeah.
King, you are a man who's been on many adventures
You can say that again.
and have seen your fair share of treasure. So you decide to handle the gemstones and jewelry. You offer to have Alara accompany you to the crafting district. However, when you turn around, she's already left with Carl. Baitos, you've also had some experience with precious gemstones, being of an order of a draconic monastery. So you turn out to be a good fit for the job as well. So King and Baitos go to the crafting district together. For the charisma checks, King got a 12, and Baitos got a 17. There are several gem crafters who are happy to appraise and purchase the gemstones, as well as jewelry sellers who take the already crafted items off your hands. While you're getting the gemstones appraised, you remember the importance of some precious gems when it comes to spell casting. You go through your stock of rocks and separate some of these gems that you find amongst the collection. Write these down.
Yep.
You find 1 diamond worth 500 gold pieces. You got 3 diamonds worth 300 gold pieces. Also, because somebody, not naming names, cast a shatter spell in the middle of the horde, you also find 400 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Sounds like someone helped the party, you know?
Or heard it.
Also,
I agree.
Also, 300 gold pieces worth of ruby dust,
Alright.
and 50 gold pieces worth of powdered silver. And again, these are only the ones that you found that were usable for spell components.
Yeah.
Other gemstones and other powdered gems or whatever you were able to pawn off and sell for whatever various things people had.
So really, I just made the king some body glitter to use.
Bedazzled.
Hey. Don't assume it was you. I said I'm not naming names.
I put it on my face to accentuate my eyes.
I wanted to see my face.
So after selling the remaining gems and jewelry, you both take your profits and spell components and head for the brine barrel. It's now around 11 a.m., just before the lunch rush, and you all begin to arrive outside the brine barrel. You guys can take it away. Who wants to arrive first?
Well, of course, the king, being the king himself, will walk up with all the swagger he can muster. Coming in, is this one of my old haunts? Have I been here before?
Yes. The brine barrel is the location where your former first mate is the owner and mate lead bartender.
What would his name or her name be?
His name is Barney. He is a Luxodon.
Made. All right, what the king will do is he'll kick open the door, and he'll slap against the back, and he'll immediately throw his arms up and say, "Barney, old friend, I'm back, and drinks for the night are on me."
As you kick open the doors, the place is somewhat not too busy yet. There's might be a couple people who are still lingering from the breakfast, who though aren't really having much drinking done as of yet because the lunch rush hasn't started. But you see old Barney standing behind the bar.
Knee.
His
Knee is on the bar, so now
Barney, his full name is Barney Agos.
There we go.
Let me write that in roll 20.
Smart.
There you go. Barney Agos. He's an elderly Luxodon. He is close to 8 feet tall. He is bald and has light gray skin. He wears a common bartender's uniform. That shirt is a bit small around the neck, so it's left unbuttoned at the top. And he wears a black apron that goes down to his knees, black vest and pants, and no shoes. His right ear is torn and scarred from an old wound. And his 2-foot-long tusks curve up to what would be sharp points if they weren't covered by wine bottle corks.
Nice. How does he react to my coming in? Yeah.
As you kick in the door, he immediately turns his head. "Oh, welcome to the brine barrel! Oh, King! You're back alive! Oh,
Yeah.
oh, welcome! Oh, are you..." As I'm assuming Baitos comes in behind King since you were together.
Yes.
Oh, Baitos, was it? Yes?
That is correct.
I'm glad you both are back safe. Where's everyone else?
Well, I'm sure they're coming, old buddy, old pal, but let's get a couple drinks in us before they get started. And how about anyone else in the building? Yeah, the king will come in, like, put his elbow on the bar and kind of gesture to the rest of the crew if there's anybody else in the... Like, are there any other patrons hanging out in the bar?
Yeah, like, you see over in the corner are 3 dwarves who were finishing up their breakfast, and they're like, "Arr!" They probably had like a morning beer and are probably ready for another morning beer, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And Barney was, "Of course. Do you want to have a space on the main floor, or you want a private booth area over to the side?"
Anything the king says is done between all his people. It's like a court, and today court is in session right here in the middle of the yard, if that's all right.
Ready? He walks around. He makes because he knows how big your party is. He takes 2 tables and like skirts them together to make sure that there's a. Did that sound come through?
I believe so.
Yes.
Thank goodness. Yes. He skirts the tables together. He skirts the table together to for a party of 6, and he looks down to the 2 of you. Now I can go ahead and tell you what we have, or do you want me to just get you the usuals and we'll wait for everyone else to get something special?
You know me too well, old buddy. How about the usual?
Alright. 2 brine barrel ales coming right up. Which is a dwarven ale topped with a sea foam froth that gives a light scent and taste of sea salt. and it goes down dry.
Nothing better in the whole entire world, Bidos.
Cheers.
All right, so Barney goes back behind the bar and prepares those, and stepping in through the door is
Probably Carl and Elena, since time is not wasted.
Yeah.
sounds about right. Well, take it away. It's roleplay time.
I'm New King, so like Carl just like opens the door like a normal person. And he scans the room. And you said not Carl, King's in like north at the back?
No, we're in the middle.
Oh, in the middle?
Yeah, they decided to take a middle double table rather than going to the private section over to the side.
Okay.
When everyone's here, I'll give a better description of the building.
Okay. It seems King's already here. Shall we join him?
Might as well. They're technically our crew.
The king, seeing the lovely maiden walk in, is going to say, "Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. Come on and have a seat right next to me, darling. I'm all shook up."
Oh.
Yeah, can I get the strongest rum you have?
Ooh, the strongest thing I have. I think I have just the thing for you. He walks into the back and give a perception check. Anyone who's currently there.
No, the king is too busy making googly eyes at it, Lara.
Anyone who wants to.
Okay. Perception. Sure. Oh, gotta go find where it's located at.
God.
Okay, there you go. 4.
I see nothing.
You just say your roll, by the way.
Two.
Did you click that on your
Character sheet? No.
yeah, click it on your character sheet because you should have a modifier. So click perception.
So Carl got 9. Oh, yeah, there is a button for it.
23. I opened both my eyes.
Your third eye gets open as well.
Mr. Monk having a third eye, of course.
I'm still figuring out how to work this.
And your character sheet, just where there's the box that has skills on the bottom of it, you'll see the list of skills like athletics, acrobatics, sleight of hand, perception should be in there.
It'll be
I can't
left.
even the character sheet.
Click the
for your
third
character
tab,
sheet.
which would be the journal.
And there's a folder called the crew.
Okay. I got it open now. Okay.
Yeah. And then left side, about midways down, is the skills. If you're looking for perception, is 7 from the bottom.
I'm fine. I'm trying to use it the old fashioned way. Okay, there we go. Okay.
We're waiting with bated breath. Double 18. All right. Yep. So Phytos and Alara both hear this. You hear muffled from the back, Barney's jolly voice. "Oh, honey, King and everyone's coming back. They made it back safe." And you hear, "Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Tell them I'll be right out. Don't tell them I'll be right out, okay? They'll serious. I'll be right back." So that's what you both hear coming from the back. It's about this time that Alabeth and Pepper would be coming in.
I think as we come through the doors, I'm saying to Pepper, well, Pepper, my dear friend, as I've learned anything, much like with your cooking, anything of true merit or value is well worth the wait.
Lara cuts her eyes at Albert.
Absolutely, boss. I say that this pile of gold that we found was quite a find indeed. It's going to be amazing, the doors that it will open for us all.
True enough, and the audience with the Empire at that. It's exciting. Hopefully the rest are receptive to this endeavor. I think it could prove more useful than we'll just face value of what we found. I think just taking it a bit further, at least the artwork, might, as you said, open up doors. And as he's saying this, he's kind of like looking around, a little distracted, trying to pick up on anybody he like recognizes like from around town. Like I feel like every time he visits the bar, he's like makes his like usual round as a clergyman, like shaking hands. So he's gonna like turn to Pepper and go, well, if you'll excuse me, my dear friend, if you'd like to make an audience with the rest of our crew, I might make the rounds as I do.
Yeah.
The greatest Jehovah's Witness. Oh no.
Oh,
I float up to the rest of the party and I say, good afternoon, my friends. It is good to see you. Has it been a prosperous day for you all?
It has been quite prosperous. It has been. Come along. Do you guys drink or take?
I would not mind. I would not mind sampling what this establishment has to offer.
Wonderful. Barney here is the best innkeep around.
speaking of which, let me go ahead and give a quick description of the inside. So, walking into that double swinging doors to the main pub area reveals a moderate-sized dining space with well-kept tables, booths, and bar seats where anyone can sit. The tall ceilings are lit by several oiled lanterns. Along the right wall is an elevated platform stage for entertainment. Along the left wall, opposite to the stage, is an 8-foot wide hearth, giving the space a warm, cozy atmosphere. And looking through the dining area from the floor, you see the bar 50 feet away, straight ahead. Behind the bar are rows of mugs and glasses over large barrel kegs, each equipped with several nozzles, levers, and spouts. And to each side of the bar are hallways leading to the sides, as well as a door on each side of the bar leading back. And Alabeth, as you make your rounds, you see those same three drunk dwarves I mentioned earlier. But you don't really see anyone you recognize right now. The only people you would know as of right now is you would also know Barney, and you would know that the voice that was heard before would be Barney's wife, whom Pepper has assisted in the kitchen a couple times.
I think he probably would, not seeing too many people except for those really drunk dwarves, just do them a little solid, and clearly not knowing that King had already paid, covered everybody. So he just kind of shakes his head and goes, "Having a good night, chaps," and tosses them just a 1 gold coin onto the table, wherever they're sitting, and just having a raucous. Before probably, I think he'd probably at least say hello to Barney.
Well, Barney comes out to see, "Oh, the rest of the party's here! Everybody, hello, welcome! I'm so glad you all made it back safely from that dungeon. You'll have to tell me all about it."
It is good to see you again, my friends. Yes, it was a perilous journey with, well, I'm sure the others can tell you better than I.
Let's just say it was quite involved, old buddy, old pal. Lots of sharks and lots of blood and lots of, well, it was a dungeon after all.
It was quite moist.
Oh, I can imagine. It was underneath a giant clam.
Did it stink in the dungeon? It smelled like brine and chum. Just
Yes, yes, it did. It was an oceanic dungeon, so.
gross.
I was just smiling, like it was quite nice.
I liked it. Yeah.
Ooh. So now that everyone's here, we actually did get a couple extra things in. So let me tell you what we all got, if you would like to hear.
Absolutely.
So of course, we got the typical water, we got some juice, we got some local Aquator beer, wine or Sprites. Of course, we got the signature Brown Barrel Ale, which, by the way, he hands out the 2 mugs to Bite, Host, and King. We also got Ocean's Vodka Cocktail, which is also topped with the sea foam, and blended flavors within the cocktail make it taste like different kinds of potato chips.
You see Ron just roll her head back and forth.
We have a sunset wine. It's a red wine made from fermented red grapes and berries, giving it color like a sunset in a glass. And for you, as you requested, from his trunk, he is carrying a slightly smaller glass that he pushes over to you, Alara. This is a Gold Dragon Fireball, imported from Byrincia. It's the Dragon continent. And, Bitos, you are familiar with Byrincia because that is the continent where you come from. Yes, so that's what we got right now. It's unfortunate. I almost had the opportunity to get some Angler Ale, fan-made edition, but for legal reasons I couldn't sell it. Who knew?
So wait, does he hand me a bottle or a glass?
A glass.
Okay.
If you want the bottle, you'll just have to request it. Sure.
I know.
What would everyone like?
I know I would be most interested in the local ale. I mean beer. The local beer.
I'll stick with the wine, my good man.
Sunset wine.
I would just take a juice.
Not much of a drinker, are you there, buddy?
Last time I drunk, I got this thing, and then I summoned Rogue.
Oh,
Good. Yeah, Rogue the Weasel pops out from your armor and just jumps onto the table.
Yeah, last time he got really drunk, he won me.
well then I reckon we need to call pest control, huh?
It is a quite common occurrence that when one drinks, more friends populate from it.
Now, was this before, like during or after your time in the service? I can't imagine you with this thing on the ship.
After. Good friend.
Think I've heard stories of a weasel. Makes sense.
Sorry, actually that was you got Rogue before you joined the Marines.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I knew I heard stories of a weasel.
So Barney heads back behind the bar and starts collecting the drinks and preparing them. And as he's doing so, through the doors to the back, you see him, the one, the only, Busin Agos.
What a name.
Tritons.
Yeah, for real. So she's still in the back kitchen or something?
No, she comes out to greet you all.
Okay, when she comes out, the king responds the same way every time a woman appears. He goes, where is it? He says, Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher and higher, it's burning straight to my soul. Well, howdy there, miss. I'm gonna go down to a knee and kiss her hand.
Oh my goodness, King is such a charmer as usual. But you know I'm taken.
Oh, of course, a wonderful lady like you. Whew, what a lucky man he is.
So Bushin is a Triton woman of a pufferfish species.
What?
Specifically the Canthiscaster coronata. I looked this one up. Commonly called the crowned Toby. Her skin from her emerald green eyes to the top of her head and over down the back of her neck is a dark green shade. A thin gradient shift from her eye line down her face is a pale yellow tint, coming to soft white lips. Her plump cheeks are speckled with blue bioluminescent freckles, and her flowing green hair is held up in a hairnet. She wears a white shirt and black pants, uniform with black shoes and a light blue apron that matches her freckles. And she is on the thicker, stronger side for a woman. And she is well endowed.
Yeah. Larry said it all.
Al nods and goes, "Blessing upon you as always, Miss Agos." And I try to do probably what he would have learned as a traditional Triton bow, or at least greeting from his time with them.
Oh, it's good to see you too, Alabeth. And Pepper. It's always good seeing you as well.
Madam, yes. It is wonderful to be again in the... what is this place called again?
The Brine Barrel.
It is a pleasure to be in the Brine Barrel.
Now, keep in mind, Pepper, you guys have just gotten back from a long journey, so I don't expect you to be helping me out in the kitchen today. I'm taking care of you all.
But I am out and willing to work. I do not mind to, stretch my smoke. As to say, what can I say?
Do you get up to attempt to go to the kitchen?
Of course.
Oh boy.
As you do so, her pufferfish nature takes effect as she increases a size category and looks down at.
By the way.
She looks down at you, Pepper. She is now probably taller than Barney. And how tall are you? Still 4 foot?
Oh yeah, 4'10". Yeah.
Yeah, a short king. And
Hey, wait a minute.
and she looks down at you.
Pepper, I'm saying this respectfully. You stay put. I'm taking care of you all today.
Wow, oh, what a woman.
Very well. Your wish is my command. Your wish is my command.
Barney comes up behind her, carrying the rest of your drinks. I love my wife.
I do too. You're quite a lucky man.
Indeed you are.
She gives out the beers, the wine, the juice. Everything tastes great.
Delightful.
I assume since I'm a free tea, as soon as I throw back the beer, it goes, and there's a big expulsion of flame.
You would expect that.
That biology works.
I don't know alcohol, so I don't know the alcohol content of beer or ale compared to to be flammable.
Good. That's a good.
I'll say that there's definitely some sizzling. I think it might be Justin's mic.
Okay. 4 to 6% alcohol content.
Looking up the science.
Not generally. All right. Good news. It's not generally flammable. So if it was something that was 30 or 40 proof, then yeah.
I guess you could get a scent of boiling salt water, I guess. But with a mix of boiled potatoes, I don't know ale. Is ale boiled potatoes? I don't know. I don't drink.
All the comments will be like, so this is actually how it is.
So this is the proofing system.
I actually did. For my descriptions, I actually wrote down which ones like go down dry, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so I would think it would be some kind of wheat.
I think it's like a little more like harsher, like a little bitter.
Oh, I probably should not look that up. Go back here.
We're a bunch of mead drinkers in this chat, not so much other fancy stuff.
I love mead.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Shout out we are not sponsored by Viking Alchemy.
No, we are not sponsored.
No, but we are trying. But we are trying to be. But we would like to be.
We would like to be, yes. Viking Alchemist Brewery, yes. Meadery. Viking Alchemist Meadery.
So, as soon as Pepper goes back to his seat, she deflates, for lack of a better term, calms down, and
Says, well, now that you're all back, I have the perfect thing for you all for lunch. It is the special new dish that we have, because we got a special surplus import for something very special that I created, and I would love to serve you all for the first try.
Well, you sure are
Call
treating us tonight.
Call it the debut. I call it the bloomin' crustacean.
They're like a bloomin' onion.
Oh. Yeah.
Is this a traditional Triton delicacy?
Oh no, this is something I created myself. I'm so excited.
and she turns around, does a little spin, and hops back to the kitchen to prepare your meal.
I turn to Pepper. I'm like, no matter how it is, just be polite.
The king's gonna nudge.
I am ready to take notes, boss.
The king will nudge Jarvis. What's Jarvis's character's name again?
Betos.
Betos. He's gonna
Bitos.
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 Yes, got an eye.
He already screwed up. He said Betos.
Bitos. Which one is it? He's gonna kind of nudge
It's
him.
got an eye,
Like
so
you always
Bitos.
say- They do always say the quickest way to a man's heart is straight through his stomach.
Oh, definitely.
It says for the L, it's just like all the other alcohols.
Sometimes it's through his faith, but that's not always.
What was that,
And
darling?
sometimes it's through a whole other organ.
The king kind of blinks and says,
Always options.
"Is that a? Are you offering something?" And flexes.
And then she just
backslap.
kind of goes,
It's like,
yeah, I'm gonna need another drink.
Go ahead, darling.
Coming right up.
You got all night.
Right? So, Barney goes back to the behind the bar for the time being. If you need him, you can always call for him. His wife, Usheen, is in the back, preparing your meal, whatever it is. So it is up to you guys what you want to do. You can discuss your plans. You can go ahead and distribute items, the magical items, or I can go ahead and reveal your gold amount. What would you guys like to do?
Gold.
Well,
Well, I think in the talks of the gold, I think he would let everyone know. Al would let everyone know the situation with the art. So we weren't able to sell quite everything. They recommended we get it appraised in the Empire, and even gave us this wonderful letter of recommendation to bring it. So it would just take a little bit extra step, a bit more time, but I think it could yield a greater fortune than we could find forth here.
A large scoffs.
and you truly think this would be worthwhile and give us some more bang for our buck?
Well, I'm not the richest man, but I do see what wealth can get you these days, and certainly with the path that we're on, it seems as though we could use all that we can get, especially after what we.
That's definitely true there, good old buddy. But freedom is what we need, and money brings freedom. Green and freedom go hand in hand. What we
Precisely.
need is as much of it as we possibly can. So I second your motion. If anyone else has a favorite.
I turn to. Go ahead.
I agree with the boss. I mean, if you're interested in turning this into, well, more flexible currency to get what you want, well, it seems like the best path.
Miss Alara, you don't agree?
Oh, I agree. I just don't agree from who it's coming from.
Oh, you're not a big fan of the Empire. Just fully missing it. Or art dealers. You don't like art dealers. They can swindle you sometimes, I've heard.
Sure. Let's go with that. And she just takes another sip of her fireball.
He takes a sip of his wine. He's like, well, I can rest assured that with those who we dealt with earlier today, Pepper and I think have a good grasp on what might yield some bit extra value for us. So nothing to worry about. I think we can trust them.
Well, good. Let me tell you all right here, right now. We did the hard stuff. It's all downhill from here, huh? We've gotten the money. Next, we need a ship. It's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and we'll go.
You just write that.
Oh yeah, I'm working on an album.
It's beautiful poetry.
Coming up with a retirement plan.
That's right.
So yep. So okay,
Alright.
so yeah, if we already,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, so if we already agreed to the next destination, so Carl was just like, so I guess it's time to deviate the loot.
That is one of my personal favorite parts. As the king, everyone gets a fair share. At this table, I may be the king, but each and every one of you is a king in your own right. Fair, 6 ways. Sound good?
Agreed.
Fine by me.
Agree.
Of course.
Okay. So you guys can divvy this up how you see fit. But from all the conversions of currency made thus far, the party has 6,470 platinum pieces.
Well, wait, huh?
Oh.
6,470 platinum?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so much for going on this adventure. Let's just go buy a castle and retire.
I think I can buy a temple.
Roll the credits. Roll the
This is
credits.
Let me make a grill.
This is a pirate campaign. Treasure is gonna be a big thing going through here. And you guys did really good with your rolls of those checks. No one got a failure.
Amazing.
So
that's 1,000.
and that is what I rolled with bonuses.
So that's 1,078 plus someone gets extra platinum.
So I will say this: you can divvy it up however you please. However, King, you know specifically that a ship is not cheap, so you will probably need to pool a bunch of money for the ship and distribute whatever's left over.
Okay.
How expensive would like an amazing ship be?
Give me a history check with advantage.
Quack. Wham and wham. So 14.
Oh
That
yeah, he
is
got the new
weird
sheet.
how it popped
Yeah,
up.
I was like, what is that? But he's got the. Yeah, but it
That's
should.
my new sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, the new sheet. Yeah, the new sheet's a little messed up. It looks like.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that's what
How
we're
do you get
learning.
access to the new
Okay.
sheet?
I tried making 2024 sheet for King, and that's the result.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has the new sheet because it was a tester and it doesn't look like it worked.
And I'll give you can I give some guidance on it too?
Sure, if you want to.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
15.
Roll a d4.
Oh yeah. This isn't. I'm used to Pathfinder. I'm sorry.
You can only get one guidance, or you can have more.
There you
Four.
go, 18. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it don't matter.
So you know
Here's
that
my best friend,
at
Lily.
market price, the biggest ship you could probably get available to you, if it's even available in the shop, would be 60,000 gold, which is 6,000 platinum. But that's the biggest ship that you know of with an 18. You don't know if that one would be available.
Oh.
Okay.
Other-
that one,
We may
okay.
not. And also, with
Ships-
a crew of 6, we may not.
I was about to say we only have 6 people,
Yeah.
and well, I'm sure we'll have like name. Will we have like NPCs that have?
Yes. So I'll go ahead and give you guys the rundown because, again, from the book we'll be using is the naval code. So I'll give you the brief explanation here. The ships are of different categories. There are first-rate ships, which are the biggest available ships. Roughly go from maybe 50,000 to 60,000 gold. The second-rate ships, which are about half that price, but they're smaller. That in naval combat, the big ships are bulkier, better armor, typically have more health, but are slower. Smaller ships are generally quicker, but don't have as much armor and less health. But the bigger ships also require all ships require skeleton crew, which is NPCs for hire that will handle other things on the ship. All you guys are taking officer roles, which means you guys handle the actual roles for ship responsibilities and everything. The skeleton crew has passive roles that are on my end. But of course, the bigger the ship, the bigger your skeleton crew needed, and there's you also will have to pay the crew.
So
that's
the big
another
one that we can't get would be about the entire platinum. But what is something more our speed that would be us 6 and then not too many dudes like what do we think we could buy? Because I would want the best ship we could possibly get. How much do I think the best ship we could get from here would be? We don't need something massive.
With
We
your-
need what, us 6
because it seems like
Probably the
with
second rate.
Because it's what 10 gold per platinum, so we'd have already like over 64,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
with
how
this.
about this? How
'Cause there's-
about Kev, continue. What?
I'll say that with your gold amount, you also have to take into account your hiring of crew, which has its own amount. You also have to handle. We'll also have to handle provisions, any ship upgrades you want, cannons, stronger hulls, equipment, things like that. All of that you guys are going to have to handle, and that is why I've given you so much gold and so much coin, because the start of this campaign is build a ship workshop is essentially what it's going to be.
You start from the ground up.
But this is also just the base amount of money you got from the dungeon.
Yeah, just the
You
first one.
still have an opportunity to get more currency or more bonuses, depending on what you choose to do.
Okay, well then how about we treat it like this? How about we do things the good old-fashioned way? If you all decide to sign up with me, this last adventure in this dungeon went pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. If you'd like to sign up for another trip, you got one more left in me after all, then the investment could be about half of the platinum each one of us receives. About 500 from each for a 7th party member, the ship itself. And anything that's left over after all the expenses, we can divvy back out as we have. Sound fair?
Sounds fair.
It's
Sounds
an
good to me.
investment, I know, and it's quite a lot of money, but just imagine how we can finish this. Huh? Live like kings, every single one of us.
Modest living is usually all that's necessary.
7.
And this is why you went to the dungeon in the first place, to get gold for a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my idea is if we're all getting about 1,078 platinum, everybody donate like half of that, 500 as an investment, and then whatever I have left, we will throw back out. But it makes sense with business logic. Invest half of it, and who knows what we'll make by the end of this.
Yeah.
So if you would like to invest, then sure, you're along for the ride and you'll get your
We'll still have to have enough left over for all the
Exactly.
expenditure.
500 platinum is still plenty. You can buy
yeah.
like a mansion. So yeah, like we're already in the green.
Yeah.
So hey, just gambling anymore, and that's the life of the king.
And of course, boss, if you require any of my platinum, any of my share, just let me know.
Well, thank you, Pepper. I don't think it'll be necessary currently. I think, as the king said, my sights are set on the collective goal, and if that's the ship, then our money is towards the ship.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta spend money to make money.
Say that again.
Right, indeed.
Now, this platinum hoard you got is not the only thing you have. Of course, King has got all those gems and spell components, which you can distribute as you see necessary. Some of you might have use for those as spells, some of you may not. That is up for you guys to discuss.
Yeah, well, how about we make that our second
Motion.
thing on the table we talked about?
Go ahead.
All right, I am being a paladin. I have a couple spells here and there, but who needs spell components? We do have different gems, diamonds, and silver dust and the like. Alibeth, Pepper?
Off game DM. Do I need any of those? Do I need gemstones? I need diamonds.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember if you took those spells, but because you're in the, since you are in the hub city of Aquator Capital, I am allowing that during hub cities, anyone who is not a prep caster can change out spells during a long rest if you choose to. So, like, off the top of my head, Bard spells at level 5 that you could get would be Greater Restoration, that requires Diamond Dust, and Revivify, which requires the 300 gold
That's
diamonds.
what I was about to say. The one and only thing that I myself will need.
Yeah.
Let's consider it another investment, considering our lifestyle isn't exactly the most safe. There are 3 diamonds here worth 300 gold points each, but I'd recommend I hold on to all 3 so that if we get a little, if things get a little hairy out there, I can always bring you back.
I tend to agree. Though my healing is not on the greater level as yours is, there are down the road could be requirements for such diamonds, but as it seems, your skills would have better use of them.
3 reses on board, I think that's phenomenal. I will just hold on to these 3 reses. So note that I have 3. When I resurrect 3 people, then we're out.
I agree. I agree with the boss. There's no need for me to use these resources, and yes, these ingredients are best utilized with you.
I will also say there is one more spell that I believe at this current time only Pepper could take it. Is the spell Raise Dead. It is the 5th level necromancy spell. It is the longer lasting spell than Revivify. If it's past the minute from Revivify spell, you could cast Raise Dead. That requires the 500 gold piece diamond.
Well, if that is the case, then I need everything, and I'll kill you otherwise. I ain't got that spell. I ain't gonna take that spell.
Okay.
I can't get back to life.
Did I hear you right though, Captain? You're saying that when we're in like big hub or capital cities, we can change out spells even if they're not prepared ones?
Yes. So
it's like my warlock spells I could change.
Yeah,
in, like,
your warlock cities? Spells you could. Yes.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Very cool.
Yeah. So you, Pepper, you with your warlock spells, Pepper with bard spells, Alara with ranger spells, and Carl with the wizard spells. You all can swap them out as you see fit during long rests, as long as you're in cities. This does not count for when you are on your ship.
Okay. Amazing.
Okay, yeah, because I may change some things up.
Yeah.
But I'll do that in between. Are we able to do that in between games? Because I gotta go look through all.
As long as it's if we're on pause like in the capital city, then yes.
Okay, cool.
If you're in the middle of the ocean, then you can look things up, but you can't swap things out actively until you get to another city. Which I will say, no spoiler, but there will be an opportunity or two in the middle of the ocean if you get to it.
it's a pirate city on there.
Hello, it's me.
Hello. If anybody needs, long story short, if anybody needs reagents, like I'll just hold on to them. If it's like, I got the spell that needs silver powder, I use
I was like, I don't. At the level I'm at, I don't know Revivify yet. So.
Well,
that's
it's
all
called being
yours.
specialized. Yeah, as a paladin, I do one thing: I heal people. That's it.
I actually did look things up. I only rolled for spell components that I knew were available to bards, clerics, paladins, and wizards.
What class is Carl, Adrian, by the way?
I'm a fighter, but I'm an Eldritch Knight, so.
Eldritch Knight.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So he's got
Love
access to the wizard spell list.
I was about to say,
I love it.
I thought for a minute there, because he said wizard spells, I was like, are you playing as a small stricken-faced wizard?
I was like, hold on, you're a Navy man.
I also did roll for 100 gold diamonds because there are spell components for that specifically, but I actually rolled none.
The spell's called Kill DM. That's for
Yes. Yes, I faked that roll. I botched it on purpose.
There are some classes that are like that, just specifically to screw over the DM. Don't get me started on Pathfinder's Oracle of Lore. Good God.
Oh yeah,
So stupid. It's what's behind this door, good or bad, and it's bad. We don't go in there.
Yeah, you can hold on it because the one spell's Chromatic Orbit, which uses a 50 gold diamond, and those were higher, so it's like, no, I'm not wasting a diamond. Yeah.
Well, you can have. We've got a couple of diamonds. Let me see. We got a.
Well, I don't think he has a diamond for that already, and I don't believe that spell consumes it.
Oh, okay, so then I'm good.
Yep, I think it'll be fine unless something specifically comes up. I don't like messing with spell components. If something specifically comes up, then just let me know. I'll just hold on to stuff.
Oh yeah, the only other thing I need to do is deal with pepper because it says I need a pepper to use Dragon Breath.
I love
it
those.
It consumes pepper. He dies.
Okay. Wait a second. I just realized you can use your party member as a spell component because he is pepper.
Yeah, that's the joke I was making. It says consumed.
I just realized.
It's like the stupid Pokemon movie. The world will turn to ash.
Ash. Huh, me?
Is that me?
No, you dumb little.
Okay, so.
I'm willing to feel
No, we're not gonna eat a crewmate.
For the
Pepper. No, Pepper, no.
So, we talked about components.
Free turn to ash when they die.
Yeah. I just find someone sweeping up ash on the deck. Have you seen Pepper? I don't know.
It's like what we do in the shadows. It's like strange. that pile of ash looks the exact shape that
Hey,
Pepper
the
was.
Oh my god.
Speaking of which, have you seen Pepper?
I do think we're getting derailed. We were talking about ship.
Yeah.
Whip this back up, Carl. Get us back in here.
All right, let me get this. So there is one more thing to distribute, and that is the magical items from the Horde in the dungeon. Over the course of the week, Pepper, being the one who can cast the Identify spell, has been individually identifying items from while within the lamp, and has not distributed them yet until now. For convenience sake. So, I'm gonna tell you all these items, and you guys can determine who gets what. Okay?
Okay.
And all these items are in the Roll20 compendium, so you should be able to drag and drop them into your sheets.
Oh.
Yeah, cool.
Huh.
Alright. First, Potion of Invulnerability.
I mean, who needs to be invulnerable other than maybe me?
If I'm remembering right, I believe the Potion of Invulnerability gives you resistance to all damage types for a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, probably one of the tankier people, Carl or King.
Yeah, but you have that one too. Like,
I would point out if I'm doing the identifying, I would let my boss Aboleth know first and would make sure he gets first dips.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything earlier, but now that it's been brought up when it comes to loot, this whole thing between you two is well, I don't mean to judge y'all or anything, but it's given me a little you what I mean.
I'm afraid to say I don't know
about this. He is the keeper of my tea kettle, which means that I serve him.
Well, then, this is easy enough. Get rid of it.
I beg your pardon.
What do you?
Well, you see, here we go. I didn't know I'd be getting into this today. He kind of leans over to Ilar as he says that. Well, being the king, my whole idea when it comes to freedom is a little special. Each and every one of us is a king, whereas I am the king. This whole idea that he owes you servitude kind of goes against the whole freedom thing there, buddy. I'm not meaning to judge you or say that you've done anything wrong, but who's to say you can't simply give his kettle back to him?
I appreciate your altruistic intentions, King. I myself sought the same thing upon finding him. It was not a choice. It was a matter of happenstance. I found a tea kettle that I liked. I'm a fan of tea myself. And to my surprise, there was a rather extraordinary gentleman hidden inside who, upon release, seemed to pledge himself to me, though I said it not rather necessary. He seems to insist upon it.
Well, I've appreciated your efforts in this dungeon, but is there not a way we could free you, Pepper? Is there not some way you'd be looking for?
I am free.
Well, surely that's just
A
the line
man-
talk.
I do apologize, my friends, but you have lived a mortal life. I have lived for eons. And this is not bonds of servitude that ties me to this pot, but profession. I've trained to be a cook, a provider, a support to others. This, King, is your story, not mine.
And
I will be here. I will be here long after you are. I
You
only
wouldn't
wish
be-
to help and to provide nourishment to you all.
fair. And you wouldn't be interested in writing your own story one day, though?
I most certainly do every day. And what I am able to do is to tell the stories of my previous bosses as well to you all, so that you may learn from them. You say disregard my humble tea kettle which I reside. Would you cut off your own legs? This is what you ask of me. It is my home. And this is my profession. I know it must be strange to you, but it is very fulfilling.
Well, then I do apologize, my new little friend, but if I were to find a way to free you from, well, this, would you take it?
Sorry.
You don't have to give me an answer now if you don't want to there, buddy.
I think
Just
Albert
say
is
something to think about.
just looking and smiling like reassuringly at Pepper.
It is of no interest to me. I am fulfilled with what I do.
Well, I'm glad you are, friend. I am glad you are. I'll keep that in mind.
It has been as you can see, a hard-fought battle with this one. To even get him to agree to taking a portion of the payment as a partnership was a bit of a stretch for us. But
Well, I think I understand both of y'all better.
he's the first
You do.
He's the first person I really spent time with after finding myself again. Kind of look at Carl, like referencing, like, I'm sure he probably knows about the fight and the crash and everything. I go, so I saw it not as a servant or even a worker. It was another being to not feel as alone for a bit. It's been nice having him around. But I would have to agree with King Pepper. Being such as you deserves your freedom, whether you see it yet or not. Perhaps we can find a bit of that slice of life for you along the way.
Here, here.
I have had slices of life, and I know I will again. It is all a roll of the dice. As I've said, I've lived a very long life.
I'd say that's fair. Far longer than many of us, I'm sure. It's not for me to say what experiences you've had. I apologize.
There's no need to do that.
Don't mind me.
Say,
Rogue
like,
is just sipping juice. Rogue is just sipping juice.
Well, now that we've all talked about a couple things, this does remind me that if we are going to be sailing together, there are 3 very important rules that each and every one of us needs to abide by if you're going to be sailing under my tutelage. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, where were we, Pepper? Magical items.
Cool.
Carl, would you like the immunity potion, or should I?
I believe you have.
Hold on. It's again,
Potion of invulnerability,
Invulnerability.
not invincibility. 2 different things.
I said immunity out there, that's funny.
Let's
None of us.
let's go through all the magical items. The cost one anything first.
The king coughs disapprovingly.
No, this is stop trying to work around here. No, this is getting done.
No,
with
you
me and the
mentioned
boss
basically
first.
slavery, and so the king went.
What's-
Not slavery.
next
Are you
is
saying would this have been done like before like with just the 2 of us on our own? You mean?
If I've already been able to identify it beforehand, then you and I have already had this discussion.
Okay.
This is a. What's this? A wand of anti-multi-class? Interesting.
Okay.
I think. Well, I was gonna say, knowing that. Actually, no, yeah. If you want, we can finish the descriptions.
Yeah. Let's go. Let me go down this list first,
Yeah.
so you guys can write it down and then distribute it as you see fit. And again, these are all in the Roll20 compendium. Next up is Eyes of the Eagle. I'll go ahead and read it for you. These crystal lenses fit over the eyes. While wearing them, you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. In conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across. It's not a bad item.
Okay. So glasses that help you see. Gotcha.
Nice.
They look like a pair of baby ear goggles, actually.
Nice.
You also got a +1 rapier.
Nah, I don't need another sword.
You don't want to start chucking them?
No, I've got my training brain.
Yeah.
You got a necklace of fireballs.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I think I'll keep on to that.
That has
But you already
That
have
had-
fireballs.
This is more.
and this specifically, I rolled. This one has 6 orbs.
Those orbs. Whoa.
6 orbs. So, for what Necklace of Fireballs does is you can pluck 1 orb and cast the Fireball spell.
Oh.
Plucking more than 1 orb will increase the level of the spell. The orbs do not replenish. So once you have all 6 orbs used, it's done.
Most definitely, I'm gonna keep on to that one.
Next is the Periapt of Wound Closure.
Ooh.
While you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
Okay.
Oh, no. Orry said we gotta check Justin first.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm just waiting till the end.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The guy who got swallowed and engulfed and eaten by a bunch of sharks? No, he doesn't eat that. Next is the Silver Raven figurine of wondrous power.
Ooh, yeah.
What does it do?
A figurine of wondrous power is a statuette of a beast small enough to fit in a pocket. If you use an action to speak the command word and throw the figurine to a point on the ground within 60 feet of you, the figurine becomes a living creature. If the space where the creature would appear is occupied by another creature or object, or if there isn't enough space for the creature, the figurine doesn't become a creature. The creature is friendly to you and your companions. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. If you issue no commands, the creature defends itself but takes no other actions, so takes the dodge action. The creature exists for a duration specific to each figurine. At the end of the duration, the creature reverts to its figurine form. It reverts to a figurine early if it drops to 0 hit points, or if you use an action to speak the command word again while touching it. When the creature becomes a figurine again, its property can't be used again until a certain amount of time has passed, as specified by the figurine's description. For the Silver Raven, the silver statuette of a raven can become a raven for up to 12 hours, and once it has been used, it can't be used again until 2 days have passed. While in the raven form, the figurine allows you to cast the Animal Messenger spell on it at will. Animal Messenger is the spell that lets you send verbal messages over long distances using an animal. So if you know the sending spell, where you speak it directly into someone's brain with 25 words or less,
Yeah.
Animal Messenger, I believe, does the same thing, except it requires the animal to travel from one place to another. So that's why it lasts for up to 12 hours.
Okay.
And the last item is a Ring of Spell Storing. And it currently has within it the spell Wall of Force. Which is a spell that lets you play Fortnite.
Does that spell only go once, the Wall of Force, so then you can put something else in it? Or okay.
Yes. Wall of Force, for specifically, it lets you create like invisible force panels that can't be broken, but can be like stand on, can handle weight, can block things. It is literally the Fortnite build a spell.
Oh. I relay all this to Aboleth.
Alabeth.
You're messing up your master's name?
He did that on purpose.
Whoa. Yeah, for real. I relay all this to Alabeth, and I says, and I go ahead and I put on the necklace of fireballs, and it's like, now, if there is anything that you want from this, we will need to let the party know that we chose this first. I think it's only fair, since we did the, I did the identifying, that, we should get first dibs.
I do see your approach, Pepper. Your contributions are not without merit. I thank you for that. Kind of, he's like looking around at all of them, kind of stroking his chin. But none of this would have been surfaced without everyone's contributions. And though there is much worth to these, wouldn't be right. I say, show it to everyone first. And Al's not gonna besides the one that Pepper already took, he's not gonna pick from anything until everyone's looked at them.
Well, cool. I show everyone everything, and I do also include the necklace of fireballs and say that I've already put it aside to myself.
I'll go. The blessings I've been gifted, I found to be substantial for myself enough without needing to hoard the arcane to myself. So there's many gifted people amongst us who might do better with these. Though having said that, I will say my curiosity is a bit piqued with the eyes of the eagle and perhaps the ring. But if someone else would have better use of it, that is perfectly fine.
Well, nothing seems too interesting to me other than the one potion of invulnerability. Who knows when the king's gonna have to dive into a pit of sharks' mouths to rescue one of his lovely, lovely ladies.
I typically rely on my spell casting. It can be up close, but usually at a bit of a distance. So anything up close and damage pulling, I have to agree, wouldn't do much use with me.
Anyone else? Anything important?
Just the eyes, because if we're on the ship, someone's gonna have to take the night watch.
Yeah.
Are you volunteering yourself?
Yes, since I don't have to sleep much as is.
Now, keep in mind, these are eyes of the eagle, not goggles of night. They do not provide dark vision.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of being at night on a ship, is that the other ship needs to see too.
Yeah.
So there will be some kind of light. Yeah.
Is anybody specifically looking at the ring?
I already forgot what the ring did anyway, but nah.
So ring of spell storing, it lets you store spells up to level 5.
Okay.
Or a number of spells that total level 5, so like a level 2 spell and a level 3 spell.
Mm-hmm.
There's currently the 5th level spell Wall of Force in there, but once it is used, it is empty and you can store spells as you see fit.
Nice.
So it'll
Is a reusable
I wouldn't
item.
mind that if nobody else wants it.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
Alabeth has the ring, Pepper has the fireballs, Carl will take the eyes of the eagle, I'll take the potion and invulnerability. We still have the periaptive wound closure, which, hey, perhaps you'd want that, Vitos, considering you got a little rough and tumble last time.
I can see a ranger with a little pet raven or silver bird. If Robin wants
That
that.
could be interesting.
A beautiful raven for the beautiful raven.
I'll take the room closure.
Wonderful. Okay. And lastly, we have one Hopier. Anybody want the little poker?
I don't need
I'm
that.
told that you can throw these.
Just one. Only an asshole to do that.
But it really only works if you have like 20 of them that you can just throw constantly.
Only an asshole
My
to do
God.
that. That's one of his old characters, for those not in the know.
Rapier.
Oh,
Because this is a +1, right? Well, it doesn't
This
matter.
is +1. This is
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter because what I use a long sword, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has the ability to use a rapier. I believe everyone in the party does.
Probably
Well,
so.
I don't know if Bitos can.
Oh, he's
I
a
don't think
monk,
he Mr.
so yeah.
Contrarian.
Yeah.
Here I go, Mr. Contrarian. Rapiers are the most overdone fantasy weapon of all time. They're too good. Most people say they are. Everyone's like, oh, it's so cool. No, it's not.
I will also say, I will also say, if you don't want the rapier, you also have the option to sell it.
Sell it. Yep.
Yeah, hands for death. Everybody in for selling it?
Last hands.
Here.
Here.
All right. Throw it in the pile of gold.
Right, so you'll be kind of
toss it
taking a
into the
trip to
lamp.
the magic shop at some point. To a local magic shop. All right.
So then, who got
So-
the rod?
Okay,
Who got the rod of multi-class?
That was a joke item. That was a joke item.
Oh, okay.
I said
Nobody
wand of
breaks it over his knee.
I said wand of anti-multi-class.
No one needs to know my business, and I break it over my knee.
Yeah. Here I go again, Mr. Contrarian again. Double classing is also overrated. You want those level 20 spells, bruh.
Oh, no, fair. No, yeah, it's fully not mechanical. It's fully it's just character.
If
I don't know.
Hey,
I
if
don't,
we-
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Listen here, wasting time to get 4 levels in monk sometimes
That
pays off.
saved your life. It's so...
Yeah,
Hey.
sure, yeah, there's some combos. You don't need the level 20 spells if you got
Hey.
combos.
That level
I'll
20
say
spell.
I'll say this.
That's
I'll
if
say
we get
this.
to level 20 in this campaign.
Forever.
Exactly.
I'll say this. Alabeth actually saved you guys some body horror by multiclassing. Because
Hey,
level
aren't you,
10 warlocks grow tentacles for beards.
There you go.
No, thank you.
You have the didn't we do this last time? Sorry to get a little derailed, but you went Eldritch Blast Warlock, right?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's it's a lot of thunder and lightning stuff
Very
damage,
very
but Eldritch Blast definitely. I spec that pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That is the strongest warlock. You just throw everything into Eldritch Blast.
Hint for our listeners. We're on a ship. Distance and pushing might. I would hope that would do something.
Just turn that pushing up.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, Justin. You don't need to be involved in any pushing of a boat.
Why have we allowed Justin back on the ship? Wait a minute. Yeah, you bring up a good point.
Why are we doing this?
Justin, for the listeners,
I
has
apologize for
terrible
nothing.
luck. He has terrible luck when it comes to boats.
Bad luck.
That one time. I apologize for nothing.
Yeah, and that's we're not gonna let you roll to let it be a second time.
Nobody let him roll for weather.
What's this? Make Justin roll for weather every time?
69.
You don't say. Okay. So it's about this time after all the magic items have been distributed, right?
I believe so, yep.
All right. So it's about this time that Bushin is walking out with a large platter. Barney looks over. Oh, it's ready, and he comes up behind his wife to present this special dish. And the three dwarves are looking over at you guys with watering mouths as this beautiful display is brought to you. A platter arranged and decorated to look like a giant crab, big enough to feed the whole party. The claws in the front are made of thick bread rolls, freshly baked, golden brown crust, and coated with butter and Parmesan cheese to simulate a crab's rough, shiny shell. Held in the grip of the bread claws is a dipping saucer of secret meadow ranch dressing. This dipping sauce is for the legs on the sides of the crab, which are arrangements of thick carrots and celery sticks.
Yeah, we're all just salivating over here. You hear that?
The body of the crab is an oval dish filled with snow crab legs. The legs are all. The legs.
Get out of the mic.
Oh my god!
Let me finish. I worked hard on this description.
You
The legs are.
breathe that hard in the microphone.
Yeah, you're peeking, so you don't need to do that.
I thought that was Jarvis. That was Orry.
Dang it.
That was Orry.
The legs are all sticking up in a floral arrangement, surrounding a second dipping saucer filled with melted butter. The crab legs are already broken at the ends, so the meat can be easily pulled out and consumed.
Ooh.
That is the bloomin' crustacean. And you are right, it is like a bloomin' onion, except the crab legs are in the position.
Worth it.
Aren't you glad we wasn't fighting this?
Where?
Yeah, a little awkward considering we were fighting some sharks the other day. Carl's right though. At least we weren't fighting a crustacean. How about we rub hands, agree to leave? How about we enjoy ourselves, lads?
Completely ignores the crabominations that were in the floor before.
This is one of them. We're eating them.
Yep.
Would that make you
You guys
hangry?
remember that Kirby thing? Slurp.
Slurp?
Yeah, that one.
But no, that would make you hangry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, fuck you, fish. Fuck you.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna kill you, take you home, put you in butter.
I mean,
I think while they're all just
so-
okay,
my
sorry.
character isn't. My character isn't opposed to eating shark. I'll be honest with you.
what is it? The shark fin soup? Is that the traditional like wedding thing they do over in Japan? Is that? But it's like super illegal now.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Well,
Finning sharks is like super illegal.
Culture shock.
It's a national crime to do shark fins. So yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like an ancient Japanese thing is you have shark fin soup, but it's like mega illegal now. So it's like, they still do it because it's such a cultural thing. Needless to say, the king fucking goes nuts.
Like, Al just gently tucks a little napkin and goes, Iramalak, thank you for this gift from the sea for us.
Oh, sorry.
And just delicately. Oh no, that's just for me, but by all means, dig in.
I wait for the prayer to be over and I dig in.
It is delicious.
You're
all the crab meat is as said easily pulled out of each broken crab leg, and you can dip it in the sauce as you fit. The celery sticks and carrots are crunchy and fresh, and you dip it into the ranch dressing. Good side of vegetables. And the bread, as you tear open those bread claws, it's like it steams as soon as you crackle it
We're
open.
gonna have the itis after this.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're not doing it for the rest of it.
I learned from one of the best DMs, and I attempted to use her method of food descriptions, and I think I did her technique justice. I think.
I was like, we're gonna get into battle and we're all gonna have just exhaustion or triple disadvantage. Just
Hold on, I gotta go to the restroom.
just from the craziness.
We're just gonna be as big as balls, and like all of our tasks is just gonna be us rolling the enemy.
No, we're just gonna be sleepy as all get out, so we'll probably all be irritated because we want to go to bed.
Yeah.
We have no choice.
And this is lunch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Yes, you guys
It's
went.
just at
You
noon.
guys did all your business in the morning, so you could meet up here for lunch.
It's a heavy lunch. Ooh.
Yeah.
You gotta be big.
Well, she wanted to They wanted to celebrate your guys' safe return.
okay, but I can't speak. I can't speak for everyone else, but I think we should just take a nap after this is over.
I second that motion.
To-go boxes.
See, this is another.
Coming right up. And Barney walks over and gets some boxes for you.
Perfect.
What was that?
This is just another benefit for being an Afriti. I can just go and I can take a siesta in my tea kettle, and the boss, Alabeth, can just walk around.
Just my legs. Wait.
I'm making my character
make
sleep.
this.
Oh, I have been taking vigorous notes. I should be
See,
able to
this is why we work so well together. Thank you.
DM, is there anything I can roll to see? I'm like, I want to be able to recreate this at some point if the party would like this.
If you can, I might be
Because
reconsidering my whole anti-genie thing.
I would like to pay you to make this every day.
You are a College of Culinary Bard. I will allow you a straight charisma check.
Oh jeez.
Cool. Here we go.
Guidance?
Drop your drawers.
Oh no, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Oh, never mind.
23.
Oh god.
I'll say as long as you have the quantity of crab available, you could recreate this. Mind you though, you look at, like, if you've seen how many branches there are in a bloomin' onion, imagine how many snow crabs are put into this dish.
Yeah.
So that's
Guess
what
who
I
can
mean
breathe?
by you need the amount of crab.
I mean,
Guess who can breathe underwater?
and we have a ship now. We can just.
Yeah, I
You will have
was saying, every night,
will.
everybody's go diving for crabs every night.
And
That's our bonding.
Remind me, what is the name of the dish again?
The bloomin' crustacean. I'll go ahead and copy and paste that for you.
Make sure you put the accent over bloomin'. It's not blooming, it's bloomin'.
Yeah, my character's taking a nap.
Yeah.
There you go.
I didn't know this was lunch. I thought this was dinner. We were gonna go to bed and then wake up the next day.
Yeah, mid
If
drinking.
you guys want to do that, you can go
it's your
straight back to.
campaign. You're the DM.
Lol.
And you guys are the players. I'm giving you guys the freedom to do what you want. This is a roulette campaign, meaning they're going to have as many shots in the chamber as necessary until the campaign's over.
I mean, an hour goes by and everyone's just leaning back, patting their big old bellies, wiping.
I think we'll do a short little short
We're
rest,
2
little
hours-
siesta.
We're almost 2 hours into the campaign, and we haven't left the starting tavern yet.
Yeah.
Best
Love it.
game ever.
That's the man.
This is the best
Yeah.
chest of G-Roll ever.
It can only.
No, this is one.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know it's one, but we still haven't left. So
Oh.
So it's up to you guys where you want to go from here. Do you want to go on ahead? You want to go back to Outbeth's place, take the night, and do things tomorrow? Do you want to go shopping? Do you want to go ahead and sell that rapier? Do you want to go ahead and head towards the Empire?
Let's see. So what is the distance?
Okay, so the way the city is laid out, you guys are currently in the section of the capital city known as the port capital. It is above water and is connected to the ports. In order to get to the Empire, you must go to the true capital, which is underwater. The distance is. If I had to make a real world comparison, I would say maybe about the size of New York City. But travel time is cut down, of course, because there are carts, carriages, whatever the like, for both the above water and underwater variety. And in order to get to the true capital, you must go through the. Let me grab the name of it real quick from my notes. Go to the location known as the Central Junction. It's essentially a transport checkpoint that goes between the two sections of the city. You could head there from where your home is and where the brine barrel is. You could head to the capital today, if you wanted to. You could head to the Empire today if you wanted to. You could, or you can wait till tomorrow. It's up to you.
What else do we need to do, honestly?
You said it is
sailing.
underwater?
Yes, it is underwater.
So it'd have to be. I know I breathe underwater. I'm not sure about everybody else.
I will also say that some of you would know this, is that if you don't have methods of breathing underwater, the city does provide, let me grab what it's called.
It's like that episode of Samurai Jack. Yeah, I figured there would be a way for like humans to get around. Yeah.
They have aquator bands of water breathing that function within the range of the city.
Okay.
It's a fee. It's a little fee to use them, but they have available.
Unless
for
you have something special for the Empire, in which case they waive the fee. We keep it.
I mean, that'll be. You could always roll for that.
Try,
if you want
yeah.
to. You can see how things go.
I've been on. It's like been underwater. Been underwater before growing up, a handful of times. So it's not the most familiar with it, but I certainly am sure find my way around.
Well, I've been here once or twice.
Breaking my kettle.
Oh yeah, fire, Ifrit, and
Yeah,
the ocean.
water.
We will keep you inside, Pepper. Keep you safe.
He leans over to Carl, and he wants
I think,
to shit.
I think the only need we'll have is maybe pull the whatever artwork we have out, possibly. So just be on deck for that.
I'll let you know that for an F3D like you, you went underwater once, I'll say. And it's, you know what happens when molten rock reaches the surface of the ocean floor? How it's like darkens almost immediately, looks like kind of like craggy rock, like the Thing.
Yeah.
From the Fantastic Four, the Thing.
Yeah.
You start to look like that.
Oh, nice.
It's a little uncomfortable, but it's tolerable. You don't immediately go out. But yeah, so the world is your oyster. You can go where you please, do whatever you want to do.
Well, the dungeon was an oyster.
No, that was a giant clam.
Same family. But yeah, if we can make it there in the single day, and since they're selling things there anyway, yeah, we can probably just go there and sell the rapier and the paintings and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, what do we need
Well,
to do?
the magic shop's above water.
Sell the
The magic shop is
Humpier.
part of trade port.
Okay. What else? Go to the Empire to give them stuff, and then of course ship stuff. So yeah, I mean, you know.
I think probably going to. We could. I mean, go straight to the Empire, take care of that, depending on how involved that is, and then once we get the money for that. So I mean, really, it's the before any ship stuff, we're just selling everything pretty much.
Yes, I agree. The Empire stuff should probably be first, so that our nest egg is bigger.
There, yeah.
All right. So group vote. You guys, you want to go to the Empire next?
Yes.
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 All right. So as you guys finish up your meal, Bartney and Lusheen come out. Did you guys enjoy the meal?
Say we
Very
enjoyed
much
it.
so.
To say we enjoyed it would not have done it. Justice done it.
It was wonderful.
Immediately turns around and gives Barney a hug. I knew it was a good investment. And he just goes, "Yep, you were right. Always right."
Oh.
And he just has a cheery smile on under his trunk. So, where are you guys headed to next?
I believe we're headed to the Imperial Palace to go talk about some stuff we found underwater.
Ooh. Well, I wish you all the best of luck. If you need any help with anything, you're always free to come here, ask for some advice. Of course, you know I've been here in the city a bit longer than you have ever since I retired. So it's up to you. Have fun. And don't forget to write if you go back out to sea.
Oh, definitely won't, my old friend. Definitely won't. The king is gonna go over and give him a big hug.
He gives you a big hug with a sturdy pat on the back. He's like I said, he's 8 foot tall, so he's like, you're both very swole, and you're dwarf in his size, which is incredible that he was your first mate.
It's the the hand clapping meme from what was that?
Yeah,
Full Metal.
Predator. Predator.
Yes, the big giant swole hand. Oh, that's great.
So as you all leave with a wave, he starts walking back to the bar and gives you a wave goodbye with his trunk, and you all head off into the city. Huh?
Can I? As we leave, I think I've saved a couple of some of the pieces of the food, like a nice little napkin. As we go, I go to that table of 3 just drunk dwarves. Seeing how they were just salivating over, I just toss it down to the table for them and go, "Eat up, friends. Praise Aramalek." And the tentacle. Go up into the tentacle and leave.
They just look at each other like, praise the tentacle. And they just start gobbling down the food. So you guys head off to the city, and this is where we will take a break.
Oh, thank God! I was just about to ask you.
Oh, thank goodness.
I wanted to take a break at here, and it was actually about the 2-hour mark, so it's a good time. So Adrian, you can go ahead and pause the recording. Hey guys, if you want to listen to our break time banter in future episodes, let us know in the comments below. Is Robin, you back?
Yes.
All right. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah, boy. Yes.
We recording again?
Yes.
All right. All right. So, you all leave the brine barrel, and you begin to travel through the port capital towards the central junction, which is the station that connects the port capital to the true capital. The port capital at this point in the day is bustling with individuals going about their business. You pass by caravans carrying trade goods between the traders' port, local businesses, and inland trade routes. You see several hill dwarves hard at work constructing and maintaining the foundations of the city. You also see members of the city guard on their routine patrols around the streets. And as you all pass through, you all receive several waves and greetings from friendly vendors and pedestrians who are enjoying this clear, sunny day.
Okay.
I think I would wave to Ollie, blessings upon you, blessings upon you, blessings of the tentacle.
You see one little boy pulling his mom's skirt. Mommy, bless the tentacle! Yes, that's very nice, son.
Right goes right and wipes his hand at the nearest grass.
Why are you touching grass?
Yeah.
Not the. Well, not grass. Maybe like the nearest wall or whatever.
You might need to get a little closer to your mic because you sound a little bit far.
How about now?
He's leaning back.
There we go.
Please don't tell me you hear the squeaks.
No, I don't hear no squeak.
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you eventually reach the central junction, which is a massive stone structure that's construction starts on land and then progresses past the coastline and downward into the waters. Think if you like if there's a construction on the edge of a cliff, and they would include supports that hold up the building over the ocean. But in this case, the building just extends downward rather than having supports over the water.
Built on a hill.
And the building is constructed like a train station crossed with a wizard's tower, with several branches and checkpoints where individuals are getting in line to enter or are exiting transit to the true capital.
Okay.
Does it look like around here is where the those bands would be picked up?
You would know that they would be given to you through through the security checkpoint. So similar to airport security, I guess is the best way to say it.
Great.
You get in line, they'd check your credentials, and they'd offer you the bands as you go in. You go in as a group, etc. So you all head to the nearest checkpoint security.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think as we go, I'd want to turn to Carl and say, could be beneficial if the two of us take point. I would think former Navy men might have a bit more sway as security goes.
So you said you and Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I believe they'll be a little bit more.
Shut up!
I believe they'll be a little
It's bad
bit
enough this
more-
happens during Don't Starve.
It's funny. It's funny when
It's
it
very
happens.
funny.
Don't starve because it's just like what notification's that?
Oh.
Alright. So you guys head to the security checkpoint. You see a probably middle-aged Triton, probably like early 30s, late 20s. He has a name tag over his armor. It says Markle Bismuth. And he says, "Hello, may I see your credentials?"
I assume we
I
have
swear-
a pamphlet.
We'll say you guys have credentials.
Yeah. Hold on, yeah, I showed like my pendant as well. Very, very clearly showing I'm a man of the cloth.
I was just gonna wave my monk coattails and walk past him.
Sir, please.
Nope.
Wait. Sir,
Race it.
you're running?
No, still walking slowly. Ignore him.
Another security guard steps out in front of you.
So, there's really no need for any of this. We have important business with the Empire. We have been sent on a artistic and diplomatic mission.
Autistic.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, good
Could
job.
be both.
Good job on that one. Autistic.
Freudian
Oh,
slip there.
Freud. Still gotta roll the
No, it was just with an accent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I wasn't paying attention. I lost focus.
I think you're.
He tells him he was on trying to. I guess it is.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I was being autistic. So. Okay, so that is your reason for coming in today. You said you have any official documentation for this?
That I do, and I pull out the letter of recommendation.
He takes your letter. He makes a note of the seal, pops it gently, and gives it a quick read. He notes that it is from the clergy district of historians. He also takes into account. He does take into account both you and Carl having marine credentials of officials. It's like, and you say you're heading to the Empire.
That is right, my good man.
I'm sorry if his accent changes constantly. Okay. Could you give me a moment, please?
Absolutely.
He steps away for a brief moment, leaving you guys at the security checkpoint with the bigger, burly security guard still looking down at Bitos.
Wave silently with my clearance pass as I walk slowly with my coattails. Meh.
He's like a big orcish fella.
I blow him a kiss.
Give me a charisma check.
You said orcish, and so I know you meant orc-ish, but like I thought orca. Because we're in water. Orcish, man.
No, this is not My Hero Academia.
There you go.
For a man of the cloth, Beta seems rather brutish, don't you think?
Did you hear what I said? I said give me a
Not
charisma check.
Charisma check?
Yes.
I swear
just straight charisma.
I'll fuck those up.
Yeah, you guys.
I guess the cloth can be served in a manner of ways. Some more forward than others.
You want a charisma check, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A 10. Okay. He just looks at you. His expression doesn't change. He seems more indifferent with that. No disgust, no blush or anything like that. He just looks at you. After
Did he
a
roll the
couple
right one?
more
He did a
minutes.
charisma save. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
they
rolled
did
charisma, not. Well, did you want him to roll intim or?
no, just charisma. Like he tried to blow him a kiss.
Oh.
So he was. I basically was rolling to flirt.
Yeah.
And that 10. That's just like that's a mid success. So it's like nothing big, nothing big, but it's not really a failure.
He
either.
feels a little girt in his loins, but that's it. He goes.
He seems conflicted.
If it was 1 point higher, you hear a ding. No. But after a bit, Mark Hole, the guard, does come back. He says, so we do have another caravan from the Marines that is heading to the capital, and I did mention your names, and they offered to let you join them if you so wish.
That would be most excellent. I appreciate your cordiality and your help. I think I point to Bitos and I go, and a fellow member of the cloth. Though I don't know him well, he's a bit overzealous, but he's harmless. Don't mind him.
Right, moving on with just the last couple of things. Do you all have means of water breathing?
Well, I do. I'm not sure if my companions do.
Because I do not.
Not.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I think most of us don't at this point.
All right, we do have the Aquator bands of water breathing. 5 silver each. They are for rent. When you come back through the central junction, you will return them.
I put down.
Now, if there's one thing the king does not like, it's paying for something he doesn't need to. Here, don't worry, Carl. I'm a bit of a celebrity here. Well, howdy there. You might know me as the one, the only, the king. Perhaps you've heard of me once or twice. My friends and I here, see, we have something very important to talk to the Empire about. I show him the symbol, the crest we found. I'm sure we have something with the crest on it, right?
You have like some signet rings. You also have a Wake's trident.
I show him the trident. I take it out and hold it up and say, I think this is a little important. You could say we're on a bit of a diplomatic mission.
Let me give a charisma history check for Markhold. See if he even recognizes this.
I'll cast guidance on you in case you need it for anything. Any kind of check.
Nice, Orry.
Okay. That's a nice weapon.
Oh, now this is unheard of. You don't recognize what this is?
No.
How about this crest? He's gonna show him the signet ring. Seem a little familiar. Jog your memory?
I'll give another history check. It's at disadvantage because he already failed. Went from a 2 to a 4.
Well, I guess it's time to pull an Admiral Hastings. Taking that from Orry. Well, I guess we should probably get your superior in here at once, because I believe you're a little out of your league here, partner. No offense, but well, I am the king after all.
Well, I don't think that'd really be necessary. I mean, if it's only 5 silver just to rent the band, I mean...
No, I think it will be necessary, considering you don't even recognize what's going on here. A little above your pay grade. Should I roll a persuasion?
Sure, give a persuasion check. Also, give a straight intelligence as well.
All right, let me do the intel first. Whack. It's a 19 intel, and a 23 plus 1, plus a d4. Hold on, let me roll 1d4. 23, 24, 25 persuasion. Right. The king gives him a wink.
Okay, so I'll give you with the intelligence check, I'll let you know. The crest of the Node Elijah family is not the crest that's used today.
No, but it's
it
like in history, though. It's like whipping out with the Declaration of Independence. It's important. He doesn't recognize it.
Yeah, he's still relatively young. I said middle age, but like still late 20s, early 30s. So
okay,
all right. So he doesn't recognize the symbol off the top of his head. He probably only knows the more recent uses of the symbols. As for the persuasion check, though, he does say, "All right." He turns around and he leaves again. And another few minutes pass. You see a bit more well-decorated city guard comes through, or checkpoint guard, probably like a more managerial for this district section. There seems to be a problem, sir.
Oh, no problem. But your subordinate here doesn't seem to recognize what he's got in front of him. I then whip out the trident again and say, we're here to talk to, somebody important and big about this.
Okay, one more history check.
I'll just keep going up the line. You know what? Bring the king out here of all the other kings.
Let's just say it's a nat 20.
Well, so this guard actually succeeds.
Hey.
That's of the Node Elijah family. Are you taking this to the Empire?
Why, of course. We were gonna see what to do with this here beauty.
All right. I've been informed that you're going to be joining the other Marines, correct?
That's what I would assume so, considering my friends here booked us passage.
Did the Marines offer to let them join? He looks back at Markle. Yes, sir. Yes. He turns back to you, King. I'll put it on his tab.
Why, thank you there. It's okay, don't treat the kid too badly. Some people don't recognize old history.
But he
some
says
of
his
us
tab, he means the
remember.
other Marine that offered to let you join.
Yeah. Some people like us remember.
He gives a knowing nod. It's very incredible you have such a valuable item.
That's what I was hoping too. All right, now, friends, let's get going. Money buys freedom. And, well, perhaps I just saved us a little bit of freedom.
He holds out a hand up. Still one more question, sir. Do you have any bags that, do you have any items that are vulnerable to water? We have bags we could put them in for you.
So the lamp.
Look at Peppers. Look at Pepper.
Do you have a vaguely lamp-sized bag?
Well, it's a teapot. I just said lamp.
I'm peeking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm peeking out of the top of the the tea kettle, and I say, "Yes, please."
Or give me a little drawing of him poking his head out of the tea.
Oh, God.
You have a vaguely,
Oh, no. What
like
was
tea kettle-sized bag.
Oh, I forgot the name of the cat from Mystic Force Power Rangers.
Oh shoot.
That genie.
Yeah.
What was the
I know
genie
you're talking
cat's
about.
name? Was it? Wait, was it? I think it was just Genie. Thinking about it.
No, it was a pun. I remember it being a pun name.
Genji?
Is it- I don't remember, but he had just a head popping out of the little lamp. It was cute.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I will say for this segment, I will say I'll leave the necklace in the lamp if I
That's
do
fine.
come out of it, so it's not affected.
So, expediting this scene a bit, they do help for any of you guys who have items that are water sensitive, such as maybe a Lars gun, perhaps. Well, no, it's magic gun, so it's fine. The lamp, other like parchment items, they bag up for you, and hand them back over to you so that they are safe for underwater travel.
Good.
Whack.
Right. Right, and you are with all credentials set. You will make your way inside.
Oh, look,
and
it was
are
only
take-
5 silver.
You made a huge thing about it.
I was prepared to pay for everyone. I was like, no, I'm gonna give King this.
Let him cook.
Steps in
Let him
front.
cook.
Steps up in front. Hold on, I'm a little famous here.
You got business.
It wasn't even your famousness that let you do this. It was just the fact you had a funny
The
trident.
king thinks it's because he's famous, and that's what matters.
That whatever. Sure.
He's given Eric Hartman.
I think it's that.
So, you are guided into junction number 17, and you are advised to mount a platform. As you step inside the chamber, you see a sight that Alibeth and Carl are not unfamiliar with. You have seen what happens when Marines are transporting probably some noblemen of some sort. There's a platoon of Navy soldiers.
Okay.
Maybe. I'll also say, there is no king technically in Aquator. This is a bit of a what's the term? Housekeeping. In Aquator specifically, it is an empire, so there is an emperor. Not. And Wake and Nodal was the first emperor. I said it was the first king in Session 0. Rewriting proper, it's fixing that up. It is the emperor.
Gotcha.
Each of the 4 great nations has their own form of hierarchy. King, one of the reasons why you took the name King is because the human capital of Mentalum to the east does have the king.
They're a monarchy. Okay.
Yeah, they have a king over that side.
So that's what he would know. All right.
Mm-hmm. So, as you step up, you see, of course, some standard guards. None that you really recognize from the Marines, but in the center of the group, you see two individuals. One that Alabeth and Carl do recognize. You see a Sphinx Tabaxi standing at 5'6", though his ears make him a few inches taller. He has pink skin with brown spots on the back of his head, and he has big yellow eyes. And he wears a white and blue plate mail armor that has the Marine's emblem on the chest. And you recognize him as Captain Balderdash.
Really?
I believe he might have been. Yeah, I think he's the one that rescued me when I woke up.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, I distinctly remember the name, and I was like, let me check this like little thing.
I remember saying he was probably the one you reported to after the whole event. I don't remember if he's the one who recovered you.
Okay. But yeah, it's like it doesn't change to that yeah, me and also no.
But as you all step in, his yellow eyes gleam over and will pan over and look at all of you, makes direct contact with Alabeth and Carl. He goes, Mr. Scrimsley, Mr. Winbrow, it is good to see you both in good health.
Same to you, sir.
Sorry, I wonder who this guy is. This is
It's interesting voice you picked there, Kev. I wonder what his personality is.
Sure thing, Mr. Snape.
I wonder who that is. Sounds like someone who would wait a really long time for a lady who's dead.
Your mother served me when we were young, therefore I must be evil. Snape's tigers.
Yes, Mr. Scrimsley, you have your father's thighs.
Now you know we both started as deckhands, sir, and worked our way up. Those are the thighs of a sailor. Thank you for noticing.
That is not canon.
Yes, it is. He got it. He got it on the thigh.
That is a load of balderdash.
If we can bully Jarvis into changing his name, we can bully you.
We could change it by name.
Give Alabeth Thickham's thighs. He's swole. Just in the thighs, though. He's
just in thighs.
Big dumpy.
Just in thighs.
Just in thighs.
Let's ask Nikki. I'm just kidding.
Wow, we know he's an ass.
Oh yeah, you pick it up.
So that's who initially greets you. Standing next to him, you see. Let me see. Grab it. Standing next to him, you see a blue-skinned elf man standing at 5'8". His long turquoise hair seems to flow and bellow behind him as if being swayed by a gentle current in water. And he wears elegant, noble robes of blues and purples. And he has a fancy-looking spellbook at his side.
Intriguing.
Nice fancy book you got there.
He looks over to the captain. Are these the individuals who are going to be joining us? Yes, they are. I recognize their names, and I'm glad that they are, in fact, the people I remembered.
So he's a tabaxi too. Is he gonna go? No.
No.
Like a cat.
Pleasure, sir. I hold up my hand to the elf.
I'm gonna give him a quick history check, actually. I'll say that's enough. Hang on. Are you little Ellie?
Yeah, that's what they called me, for a time. Yes.
Ah, you've grown up such. It's been a long time. He gives you a winning smile. You might not remember me. I am Galther Ryrie. I am the Emperor's advisor. Let me copy that name.
Put that name in chat. Put that name in chat.
Oh, I guess we need this. Gal 3 right. 3.
Maybe.
Galther Ryrie. He is a blue-skinned elf, and if anyone wants to, can make a nature check if you want anything more specific.
Oh, well,
Sure.
why not? I'll go ahead and do that.
Only 11.
That's the point. That's the point of the game, is to roll dice. So let's do it.
Oh, okay.
That's a 20 for Carl. Remember to call out your rolls.
Yes, 25. I
Yes, I
wasn't.
got an 11 for Alabeth. Do a little guidance. So 14.
And a 22 for Pepper.
Anyone else rolling?
Nope.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
I'll say all of you were able to figure this out. Alabeth just barely. You know that elves are descendants of fey creatures from the Feywild, and it seems that this particular blue-skinned elf seems to have a bit of water nymph of within his ancestry.
Alvin?
Elvin, not elephant. You already met the elephant.
Yeah.
In the-
Oh, yeah, we did.
And his Thickum's wife.
Where? Well, he clearly knows me. Would I have met him when I was younger?
And being the
You-
advisor.
You might recognize him, though he's you might not have remembered his name. He mostly stays close to the Emperor. You'd probably know him. He'd probably know you better if in relation to the fact of your father.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I would go. It would take Al a moment and just go. You knew Perseus, my father.
Oh yes, I know of him very well. I just came back from visiting him.
Ah,
And
How was
Carl,
the
you
old man?
remember? And Carl, you remember? And Alara, you remember that when you were at the Marine headquarters this morning, you heard that there was
Someone important
a
there.
visitor from the Empire visiting. It seems like
Okay.
he's just coming back. Sorry, what was the question?
oh, I asked him. It's like I when he mentions, I go, I see. And how is he?
Doing quite well. Quite. What's the term? Imposing as usual, I suppose.
Always
A
was.
strong man. Definitely knows how to clear the air, so to speak, with his presence.
He's always knew how to do that. That's for sure.
It is a little unfortunate, though. He was a bit distraught. Agreed. We have to deliver some unfortunate news to the Emperor.
And what might that be? We're heading there ourselves. Is he all right?
Indeed. Your father is just fine, though we have an unfortunate disappearance. Our High Paladin Gulp was supposed to have come and visit the Emperor tomorrow, but he has not returned from his overseas venture. We received word from him 4 days ago via missive that he would be late, but we have not heard anything since.
Surely, my father must be looking into this.
Indeed. But we are heading towards the Emperor now to inform him of the unfortunate news. though I do not know the business as to what High Paladin Gulp was gonna be having there. He'd look, Boulder Dash looks over at, Captain Dash looks over at, Galather, and he just gives another smile. Oh, it's a private matter, no one need to worry.
That's about the fishiest thing ever said.
The fishiest.
Cool. Can't wait till we find out.
You hear
Yeah.
over some sort of speaker system. Please get on the platform. Descent will begin shortly.
Okay.
And then you hear it be repeated in Aquan.
I know both of them.
Yeah.
Kings of Arby's like, oh great, same message again.
As we gotta step on. As we gotta step on, I wanna just say one more thing to Galather and just go. Well, whatever it is, I'm sure his efforts he's doing his utmost. But if it involves my father, I would wish to know. And well, being about the case of a missing paladin, being a man of the cloth, I believe I could provide some assistance. Actually, other folks of the different deific backgrounds or people of the cloth in our crew as we speak. I mean to say we could be more help than hindrance.
You don't say. He gives a quick look over of the party, and he gives a slightly longer look at King. And then he looks back at you, Alabeth.
Who wouldn't?
This one is quite eager to lend his services. It's quite effective as well.
Anyone who wants to could give an insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I figured that.
A paladin went missing. That's cough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was letting you deal with it.
Well,
I have a minus one insight, so there we go, 9.
All 30.
14, I'll do
I got 18.
guidance.
But the fact is, he's like, oh, Paladin went missing. I was like, slowly, like, should I just look at King?
So 16 total for my insight.
Just stare at him menacingly.
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 So 9
Is
for
Alara
King.
gonna roll?
Dun, dun, dun,
Rabbit?
dun, 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 dun.
No.
Nope. Okay. Alara doesn't care. Got it. Okay, so
He's too busy checking out my
He,
relevant muscles.
that's a 3 on the dice, so everyone passes. Yay. Yeah, so you're above game, you guys are on the money that, yes, a paladin was missing, so probably looking at King, a paladin might be able to help in whatever
And
situation
see,
is
I was
coming up.
afraid to roll because I thought of jinx. That's why I said no.
The king, sensing the situation, goes, no, wait a minute. You're telling me the High Paladin went missing? That's some bigger news than I think you're making it out to be.
Well, it is definitely of great concern for us at the Empire, for he had great important business with the Emperor directly.
Well, not just for the Empire, but for Paladin kind in general. You see, I happen to be a Paladin myself.
I can see that.
Okay, and he flexes a bit.
Indeed.
Nothing's ever.
His eyes give a little bit of a blue flash as he seems to be able to read just what you are as far as like an aura. Because as a paladin, you give off auras passively.
I do. Y'all can't be spooked when you're within the 10 feet of me. We are immune
So,
to.
and
like,
it
a
seems
lot
that
of
this elven man can sense that via a spell of some sort.
My Duolingo.
So he says, and then Balder Dash speaks up. It's as far as missing personnel goes, the Emperor is just, it's to the mind of the Empire, this is a case of just a Marine going missing, an individual, though of high status he was. This is more of a worry on the Marine side for the disappearance to solve.
Well, that, my friend, I must disagree with you on. As a paladin myself, specifically a paladin of the open seas, I'm supposed to help my fellow brethren, well, all out on the ocean, but also any other paladins the same as me. You don't think I could know? Perhaps I can tell you where he is, or assist in such matters. We're quite capable ourselves, if you can't tell.
Perhaps you could assist at another time, but for now, we have business with the Emperor that is a bit more urgent, if that right? Oh yes.
As fate would have it, so do we. I believe we were put on this transport hub together by mere coincidence.
Maybe, maybe not. Descent beginning in 10 seconds.
I hope we're already on the train.
Yes.
Okay.
So this platform is round with guardrails around the rim, and there are chairs for folks to sit in and areas to stand on as an option. And the floor is grated and lightly damp, and the scent of seawater fills the brightly lit chamber. And you are advised to hold on to the provided handlebars and other means of securement to keep you on the platform.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide. Okay, cool. The king's gonna push a bit. He's gonna say, no, wait just a minute here. You're telling me you're gonna tell the Emperor, who then is going to tell me to go help, as we both know he is. You're sure he won't be a little annoyed that you made us run a full lap rather than just getting it over with before we even get started?
Who says the Emperor is gonna be the one telling you to go find High Paladin Gulp?
Oh, he will. I'm a bit of a celebrity around these parts. One paladin to the other, we look out for each other. That much you can be certain of.
Well, we'll have to see. I'm not sure exactly if the Emperor himself cares much for High Paladin Gulp besides what business he had.
Ooh, well, I'm sorry. Then your Emperor is wrong.
You can tell. Well, if we are going to go see the Emperor, you can tell that to him yourself, I suppose. No harm in that.
Secrets bring harm. But fine, do you.
I think I whisper the king. Might be good to keep an eye out on just how many clergymen he keeps around the city.
Perhaps they're not the most, no offense, perhaps they're not the most trustworthy.
He just gives a smile.
Politics tends to get muddled.
That's why I prefer the open seas.
In juxtaposition, Balderdash is just like, as the platform begins to rumble and descend. And as the platform begins to lower, you feel an opposite sensation to how you all felt in the dungeon. How you were quickly elevated in that chamber. Your weight felt heavier as you ascended. Now you are descending and you feel a bit lighter. And you realize that you come to a conclusion that this technology has apparently been here for a long time, because this is while a bit more updated, this is the same structure as was in the dungeon.
Nice.
It makes sense. The Triton's ancient.
Yep. So the lights around the chamber appear to climb the walls as your platform begins its descent. Salty air lightly blows from the grate beneath you, and soon you hear a light splash as the platform jolts and water begins to rapidly spew from the gate, submerging you all in ocean water.
And how we can breathe?
We have
The bands.
The collar
Okay.
things.
Yes, you get they gave you all the aquator bands of water breathing.
Sorry, I missed that one. Okay. Continue.
For free, might I add.
Yeah, on who is it? Probably.
Bullet tab.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who invited you.
Yeah.
Turns out they're kind of dicks anyways, so worth.
Listen, I'm just trying not to cry.
Hey. The Empire dude might be a dick. Boulder Dash is nothing but cordial.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Well, I mean, maybe you should have leaned upon it. When you go to a dinner and your buddy's being an asshole, if you don't then lean on your buddy, you're part of the problem.
As the water is covering him, he is actively shaking.
Oh, poor kitty cat.
Oh yeah, we don't like water.
Don't remind me.
You picked the
Send
wrong city to
please.
leave in, dude.
I take off my little, whatever it does, I take off my little cloak and I try to give it to him. So,
As you take off the cloak, it gets left behind as the water carries it back up.
oh shit.
We're
Okay.
flying to the water.
Oh,
You are actively
get
descending.
another.
You're holding on to the handlebars so that you don't get left behind by the
It
platform.
goes to be nice. Takes off jacket. and
yeah,
goes to
yeah,
fly.
exactly. Just, all right. Well, I'll get it. It's fine. I have many in my closet.
After a
Almost
few
same.
minutes, you got a Triton janitor comes out. We got another one.
Please hold on to all of your personal belongings.
Someone didn't listen to the Aquan.
Really?
So a few minutes later, you guys do complete the descent. Because of the water breathing bands, if you guys continue with discussions or talking, you all talk and hear things as you would on normal breathing.
Mm-hmm.
If not, maybe a bit more reverberation because it's underwater.
Okay.
But everything sounds about the same for ability to talk. And soon, you guys reach the ground floor, and all of the guards huddle around the platoon of guards huddle around both the captain and the advisor, and begin to make their way out of the platform and out of the junction. Do you all follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, yeah, we're heading to the thing anyways.
As you guys reach outside, you are greeted by the sight of the true capital. Very much like Atlantis, you see buildings of deep blue sea stone. You see current pathways above the city, where Tritons are actively swimming through to get from place to place. You see people are traveling through the streets as well, who are not using the, current. I was gonna say canal waves, but that's not exactly the same thing here.
Waterways then?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. We know what you mean.
But as you step outside, you are greeted by a lavish-looking, very much decorated carriage, pulled by creatures known as marauders. Marauders are water horses that are used as mounts and draft animals in Triton civilizations. And their bodies are covered in small scales like fish, and they have gills on the sides of their necks, and they are quadrupedal. But instead of hooves, they have special fins that allow them to trot underwater to propel themselves.
Okay.
Very cool.
I really do love this place.
All right, everyone, step inside. Come on, don't be shy. And Galather opens the door and steps into the carriage.
This.
Sorry?
I heard of this.
I was making,
Steps into the abyss. I get it.
I was making a joke.
Okay.
I got it. It took me a second, but yes. No. He walks into the carriage, which is big enough for all of you to fit. The platoon of guards stay outside and march alongside the caravan as it makes its way through the capital.
Oh, it's a caravan. Okay, keep going.
But yeah, after
As
you
you
walk
make
in,
it down-
step in.
As you all make your way down the main road of the true capital, you see the hustle and bustle of the subnautical city. On the city ground, you see the people doing their businesses similar to those up on the surface. You see stalls of different merchants and stuff from sea folk, except unlike above water where they have stalls with like overhangings to protect from rain. They don't have to worry about that down here. Their stalls are set inside giant clams or oysters that seem to be able to close up shop.
Smart.
Some children run by or swim by playing tag. People are clearing the way, seeing that there are officials, marines, and
Officials.
Oh my god.
Girl night, ladies and gentlemen.
the zingers are hot tonight.
Eldritch Blast.
Treachery.
Beto's shaking his head.
Do you guys say anything about during the trip, or should we just cut right to the...
Yeah, I say, look, official.
I get that joke. Yes, very funny. Ha 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 ha.
I guess just true to his question before, as we go, kind of just like keep an eye out, make a perception check or something, and keep an eye out for like what the status of like temples or like religious places are here, like how many or what the state of them.
Give me perception checks, anyone who wants to.
21, and just for the hell of it, I'll do a
Perception.
little.
You're gonna ruin the 21?
You know what? No, I'm gonna give the guidance to somebody else who needs it. Who's rolling for it?
I'm
Carl,
just.
guidance is not gonna make a difference on that.
Well,
That'd be
I'm just looking for crabs. I'm not even looking for
hey,
this.
yeah.
So he wants
Whoa.
And I'll give Pepper the guidance. If you want, so 19.
Oh, I had 17, yeah, so 19 total.
All right. Anyone else roll into perception?
Nope.
All right.
I'm a peek out of
So,
the
with a 21 and a 19, I'll say that you...
And the 6.
For crabs.
I'll get to that. With those, you see the Triton, the true city guard, which are more Tritons than the actual guards on the surface. They do have similar platoons of guards on patrol. The guards down here have more specialized armor for underwater combat and the such. Particularly, you see carapaces of crabs and lobsters used as armor. And unfortunately, Carl, that's what distracts you.
I'm sorry. The minute you said crab armor, I'm just thinking crab people.
This goes, that has to be the meat here somewhere. We just have to find it.
But the armored carapaces are definitely usable armor options for underwater, because like traditional plate mail, which is probably so heavy it would sink.
Oh yeah.
Full plate made of crab armor would alleviate that weakness, even if it's not enchanted.
Hell yeah.
As for signs of the clergy, you see maybe a couple like clerics walking around, those of the god of nature, let me pull up my Pantheon list real quick. So I remember the names of everyone. Pantheon. Yep, okay. So you definitely see a couple clerics of the god of nature, Florvana. I'll write that now. Name down.
Definitely familiar with that.
Copy. So that is the god of nature. And as you get closer to the Empire's palace, you do travel by a graveyard, this place, that does have a temple to the god of death. Let me copy this name. This is the god of death. Mortis.
I'm gonna turn to the Galather and Balder are still in here with us, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If I might ask, who did you said High Paladin Gulp was his name?
Indeed.
What did he pledge himself to?
Galther looks over to the captain, who goes, he was in fact the god of the, revered the god of life, Reviti. I can only assume that something probably happened to him. I do not know why else he would disappear. His missive was, for lack of a better term, uninsightful. He said something came up that required his immediate attention, and that he would give a full debrief upon his arrival in Aquator, but that arrival never came.
Strange that it doesn't seem more crucial of a situation, more alarming.
Yeah, no, I was
that's just
under
me.
the impression they really didn't want to tell us. I don't know why they're telling us now. King's a little upset.
Well, there.
A lot.
No, the reason of his disappearance is of no concern to us. What is
Oh
concern?
no, tell it to the Emperor, tell it to the Emperor. That's what you said. Nothing until we get to the Emperor.
The issue to the Emperor is the business we had with him, which we will discuss when we get there. As for why he has disappeared, that is knowledge to be given amongst the Navy. That is up to the captain's discretion. Thank you.
All six just like
So,
I'll just become so sassy.
so do you want him to continue with the discussion, or do you want it to hold off until you get to the Emperor? Like, do you want to know more about Gulp's disappearance?
I would, yeah. If he is offering enough.
Yeah, because you are Navy folk and because you are the son of the Admiral, which I actually don't even think we said that properly. Yes, Alabeth's father, Perseus Scrimsley, is the Admiral of the Marines.
Writes in note, this man is not a friend of the king. It's all right. My notes have been all filled out.
According to a message, again, it was very much uninsightful, but it must have been something quite urgent on his matter to have to give up in order to, what's the term? Detour from his traveling route to Aquator capital for his business with the Emperor. It must have been something quite dire in order for him to have to detour and investigate. And I also can only assume the worst by one other reason. We have attempted a scry spell multiple times, and all have failed.
That is quite alarming. That is potent magic. For something to block it so easily. I think I turned to...
I'm not even sure it was blocked. That's at least what some folks are saying. Because you are a cleric, I would like you... is Pepper out, or is Pepper in the lamp right now?
I'm just peeking out of the lamp every now and again. So I'm not out.
Okay, then I'm gonna say you don't roll for this. I'll say, so go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay, first I'm gonna do... There we go. 12, and then can I throw a little guidance on it?
Go ahead.
So 14.
With a 14, you don't have the scry spell accessible yet. So you don't know the full ins and outs of it, but you do know that that you can only scry on creatures, and a caster can usually read what causes a blockage, whether it be an auto resistance, like they succeeded on their check, or if it was actually being magically blocked. Like, if there's something interrupts the spell, they usually can probably figure out what it is causing the blockage, or if something doesn't go through. So, it's from what he's implying, some people are saying that it's either being blocked, or nothing is being detected at all.
Now, I'm not as familiar with it, but aren't some paladins more protected against certain arcane detections like that? Divination and the like. I think I turned to King. I was like, do you know of any such protections on yourself, or?
Well, you see, most paladins do have different auras and stuff that protect them from things. For example, protect y'all from different diseases. But specifically from scrying, well, not unless he has some kind of spell or has some kind of effect on him. Well, I would dare to say he's been kidnapped or attacked or something, but they said they didn't want to talk to us about it.
Or if he doesn't want to be found?
No, there's something. Hopefully it's that, and not something worse.
I have to agree. I'd say this news needs to go to the Emperor as soon as you intended. Sooner than you intended.
Well, that is why we are on our way there. So,
I think with that, yeah, we'll sit back and ponder on it.
Anyone who wants to can give one more insight on Galathar.
Sure.
I keep saying Galathar. There's no AR.
Galathar! Yes, it's like with a wizard!
11.
Insight.
So I'll be 15.
Don't you mean 16? Because you had a 12?
Oh, so... No, that was Arcana. My insight's 11.
Oh, okay.
So 15 in total.
So, yeah. Liz, I'm not doing insight.
Got a 10. Nope.
Carl's already came to the conclusion of like being...
I'm gonna be a petty little bit.
Yeah, Carl's already made up the assumption it's either
neither
death.
of you can get a read on him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's death, or like how that chamber was where magic just did not... You couldn't detect nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually... Oh, sorry.
No, I think the last thing I whispered to the group, but mainly King and Carl too, just involved in the situation, just going. Well, either way, I think being in an audience in that throne room, bound to learn something. Just keep the ears out.
Sticks out of their asses.
I think he tries to not to. He's he doesn't want to laugh at it, but just keeps that little half laugh, half smile,
He did.
Oh, don't do the skull.
Galather just leans over to Captain Dash. They're quite an amusing bunch, aren't they?
You haven't even seen my squid.
Keep your squid in your pants, bro. That's later. Go on.
Why does everyone always react that way?
Sir, I have to police him on speed now.
Keep your ink to yourself. So, for those who are looking outside the window of the carriage, eventually, through the fog of the ocean, you begin to see lights in the distance as the shape comes into view of the Cerulean Citadel. There we go. A massive structure, walls of stone, pillars of stone and coral, pointed peaks of towers made of spiraling, glistening seashells from massive creatures. Work! I am doing something else besides work.
Kev, you said towers. Is it like massive Atlantis towers, in the original Little Mermaid? So one's a dick shaped. Did y'all ever see that? The original Little Mermaid had a giant penis tower.
I did not know this, and I'm gonna say no. None of these towers are phallic.
Oh man!
Unless you're considering unless you're thinking about a duck.
Looks over at Alibeth and his squid.
I mean, a duck, I suppose, because corkscrew and all that. All that junk.
Ew.
Sure, that's anatomy. Don't be scared of that.
It is large, but the palace itself is massive. It is fancy. It is of gorgeous make and architecture. And you all head up through the gate and are immediately let in as the guards register the presence of Galather. And you are all let
I was just about to post that, damn it.
And you are all let inside.
Cute. Wonderful.
As you are let up to the front door area, and you are let out of the carriage. Right this way, everyone.
Well, thank you.
Very well.
Most gracious.
Carl steps up.
The platoon of guards stay outside with the caravan. The marauders let out bubbles, and are taken off to the side. You see a goldfish triton man, big bulging eyes, walk up. He's like, I'll take these. And he takes the reins of the marauders and starts to carry them off to the side. And you are let into the great grand doors of the palace. Immediately you are entered a large chamber. But also one other thing you notice as you walk inside. You are dry. There seems to be a barrier on inside that keeps the water out.
Does the Emperor not breathe water? Alright. Strange, but okay.
You know, Tritons are are able to breathe both air and water.
Yeah, but like we're underwater. What like surely it costs more. I'm talking about cost effectiveness. Surely it costs more to leave air down here, but sure, I appreciate it.
Not Garth, the other one. You got a half-breed elf down here. Clearly, he needs air before he does the business.
I mean, I've been down here before myself, but I'm just saying, you know, Aukwin capital. I thought it would play by Aukwin rules, but more.
There does tend to be a bit more commingling between the two cities than one would think. So perhaps accommodations.
You would know that in like certain very specific places in the true capital, where there are, yes, more intermingling of different species, or there's like places of riding more, because like riding or brewing, things like that. Other works with fluids and liquids can't be done under the ocean. They do require
like
dry space.
Yeah.
So, and also certain noble folks, if they have the coin, can just get a home and have it constructed with this magical air pocket.
Yeah, this would be nice. Underwater home.
So those are things that are available to people within the true capital, but it is a very costly endeavor for a noble to do so.
Yeah.
I say forget the ship. Let's get a water condo.
A wando.
A wando.
I didn't know this campaign turned into Sea Lab 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
We just make the Sims underwater.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You know, scroll that stuff I was talking about, a grand adventure. Shoo!
Sailing for adventure.
Yeah. The sea calls.
Also, because this is a dry area, Pepper can come out if he wants.
Pepper!
I like to think that when you come out, you can't. The tea kettle has to go. It has to go.
It goes.
And then poof.
It's fine, everyone. It's fine.
The guards immediately draw their weapons. Like, what is that? What is that?
The bomb.
He's with us.
He brought fire into the citadel.
I mean,
The devil!
all they gotta do is just like turn off the air and it floods it out.
Quickly, turn off the air.
So, Galther and Captain Dash lead you all down some hallways to the main throne room. And when you enter the throne room, you immediately see two chairs, as are popularly known, an emperor and an empress. The empress's seat is currently vacant,
Damn it.
but sitting in the emperor's chair. Grab my notes.
I was gonna hit on the damn empress.
Off with King's head.
Calm yourself, King.
You see an elderly codfish triton.
I love this detail of the Tritons.
He is wearing elegant garb. He's got a crown of gold gemstones and coral upon his head, and he looks down upon you. And Galther steps up and takes a bow. Yes, Emperor Unenzaf, it is good to see you, sire.
Oh, the king would definitely step forward and get down on a knee. He knows how to, you know, royalty. Being one myself.
Galther, welcome back. I am glad you have returned safely from the Marines. Now, where is High Paladin Gulp?
Sire, I bring you some unfortunate news. He gestures to Captain Dash. It would seem that High Paladin Gulp has gone missing. The air seems to go cold as the Emperor stands up. Emperor Mendez Unenzath. Let me write down that name.
Oh,
Right.
write it down.
Yeah, that was a mouthful.
Yeah.
That is the Emperor's name. You tell me, High Paladin Gump has disappeared the day before my daughter's wedding.
Jesus.
I
He was to wed my daughter to
knew
her
it.
beloved.
You know who happens to be ordained? This guy. So quiet.
I immediately. Galather is trolling it with this. Now, sire. I demanded that a high paladin be able to cast the ceremony spell for my daughter, my first and only daughter, her beloved. And I did not want this to be made public, for this is not being He's like, you can see his eyes are going back and forth rapidly as he's trying to process the words through anger. I promised my daughter that I would allow her to marry her beloved in secret because she is not marrying another noble. We only made this available to a very small number of people, only trusted companions of the royal family.
Your Grace.
Quite dire. He looks up. And
My name
who
is,
might you be?
I'm Alabeth Scrimsley, former Navy man, son of Admiral Perseus Scrimsley. We've been a bit privy to the dire situation at hand, and if secrecy is your requirement, we perhaps might be able to assist.
He looks over to Galather. Was this news not all that you brought to me? You also brought in a band of adventurers. Yes, sire, I did. Because it seems like they have their own business with you, as well as they also might have someone who could assist you in this dire matter. And he gestures to King.
I've placed my hand on the shoulder.
I'll take that apology any moment now. Greetings, Your Majesty. I am the one, the only, the King. Now, you are the Emperor, and I am your servant. But we are all kings of our own destiny. You say your man went missing. You say the High Paladin himself is gone. As a Paladin myself, I must say this is quite alarming. My friend here, Alabeth, is correct. Anything secrecy, anything that needs to be done in the name of the crown is, of course, the king's purview. If there's anything we can do to assist, we would be delighted to assist. Of course, we did come with our own troubles. I don't mean to overrule yours, especially with your daughter being married and everything. We'll deal with what we have in time. If you're still interested, that is.
He squints his eyes at King. What position do you hold as a paladin?
Well, you see, I'm a paladin of the open seas, Your Majesty. I go from here to there, taking bands of adventurers like these out with me onto the waters. We do our own thing, and we right wrongs, and, well, we promote freedom. The freedom of the seas. As the Emperor of the sea and nearby places, I'm sure you know how delightful the ocean breeze can be.
That is quite noble. I can appreciate that.
Are you, however, noted as a high paladin?
No, of course not. I believe you and I have never really met, but it is a paladin's duty to assist, especially when somebody as the high paladin, I guess you could say he's my superior in this sense.
Balderdash steps up. Indeed. High Paladin got his title from his many years of service within the Navy and many achievements. I'm sorry, not the Marines, not the Navy. Those two different things. Mr. King here is not of the Marines. He is an adventurer.
But my other friends are, weren't you? Gestures.
I would be contrary to these statements. I would say that the king is in fact a local celebrity and has in fact assisted the party and others in his endeavors. He may not be ordained as a high paladin, but he is of righteous spirit.
Service to a higher power comes in many ways. Why did I do the Petrie voice for a second?
Yeah. Because you're bullshitting, that's why.
Well, Alibeth and Carl are both Marines, so he gestures towards them.
Yep. So the Emperor takes a seat in this chair and he closes his eyes. He starts repeating, King. King. Wait a moment. Yes. I have heard of this. A man named who goes by a king on the ocean. Yes, I have heard of you. That would make you of a good standing. Are you capable of casting the ceremony spell?
Well, Your Majesty, of course I am. I've even got 2 rings myself, if I'm sure you've provided your own, but you know how much I like things working out smoothly.
In that case, I must now ask a favor. Will you take the position as the one who will wed my daughter to her beloved?
Whoa.
The king, I can't whistle. Somebody do the oh wow whistle. I can't do it. That.
I forget the position at a wedding of the person who reads the rites. I don't remember who that is.
What is that called?
The grand poobah. It's the grand poobah.
Sorry?
Efficient, yeah.
Efficient.
Is that fucking Sam?
Yeah, Sam's.
Damn.
It's my wife.
That's guest starring Sam, who's just quietly in the background listening.
That's
to
my
all
wife.
Conversations.
That's my beautiful wife over there. Ignore her. Get out of here.
He's already married. That's a sham.
The king, of course, goes down to a knee and bows his head, his glorious pompadour kind of blowing in the breeze. Says, well, of course, Your Majesty, I would be more than honored. My friends here and I, we're going on one last trip. One last beautiful adventure before I retire. But if I can do such a service to you before sailing off into the sunset, I would be more than obliged.
This is quite a grand favor that you would do for not just for me, but for my daughter. Granting this just before the day before my daughter's wedding. I thank you.
I'm only sorry the High Paladin himself couldn't do it, but of course we'll make do.
I'm sure. You said he has disappeared.
Yes, Your Majesty. We will have to perform a search on the Marine side to try to locate him.
I wish you the best in doing so. But as of right now, my priority is my wonderful,
only daughter. And Gallagher just turns and gives you all a coy smile.
Oh gosh.
Like, and he, without an insight, he's like, and you thought he was going to be mean.
He still is super. I'm still waiting for my apology. I'm waiting for my apology any moment now.
Apology about what?
Okay.
Oh well, we're gonna talk to only the Emperor. Fuck you. Oh well. Can you help me, please?
I
Just
put
looks
my
over at them.
hands- Betos put his hands in front of King. All right, he's not mean. You're just being petty.
The king. See, the secret was the fact that he didn't. It was a secret about the daughter's
wedding.
wedding.
I know, but
Not
literally,
about the gold.
We showed up and the Emperor immediately told me, apology, please.
Because you were in his royal court and he blurted out in anger.
If I'm just saying, I told you so. Literally, the king said, it's almost like we're gonna go talk to the Emperor and he's gonna immediately tell me what's up. And what happened, the king was 100% right. I am allowed to be
Because he was waiting for the Emperor to say it. That's his
Yes.
drama.
Well,
That's the
maybe you should have
Emperor's
trusted me.
Why would he?
I'm not.
Oh my god.
King, you're Johnny
The king's full of
Bravo.
himself.
Sony.
He couldn't-
You're Johnny Bravo's showing.
Yes, yes.
I think Alabeth will speak up and go, Your Grace, now that the more important business has been planned and dealt with, may we inquire as to the matter of our visit with you?
Ah, yes. Oh, you said that you had other business with me. Go ahead.
We do, as King said, we are adventurers, and adventurers, especially in this area, do need decent enough transportation. We've just come back from an excursion and have landed ourselves on some coin to help our adventure, but some we have not were not very clear on the the worth, and thus got a recommendation to come visit you for appraisal. And I bring out the letter.
Gallagher raises an eyebrow because you had not presented him with this letter yet.
He didn't
And he
ask.
takes it.
Well, my business is with the Emperor. We can do it too, right?
He takes it from you and brings it up to the Emperor, presenting it,
Didn't
and
ask.
stands next to the Emperor. And the Emperor unscrolls it and begins to read. You see waves of different emotions, hardy har har, come across his face as he's reading. He looks up from the letter at all of you, looks back down at the letter, furrows his eyebrows, looks over at Gallagher, back to the letter, continues reading, scratches his chin, continues reading, scrolls at the paper.
There wasn't that much on there. Like, I don't know what these.
You have items of the first emperor. Wake Nodolajum. You
I reckon
found
that's
his
just you.
tomb.
I was waiting for it.
Takes up the trident, holds it up in the air.
Thank you.
The Emperor's eyes immediately go wide.
You found the missing treasure of the Empire. Well, not quite missing nowadays, if it was actually
Not
buried
anymore.
with him. Where did you find his tomb?
Well,
For expediency, do you just explain to him the dungeon that you found? And what the-
correct.
Yeah. There we go.
He raises a hand and snaps his fingers as some more attendants come out and begin to carefully take the items off of you if you do present them. So, like, they take the art pieces, the signet rings, the crown, etc. Do you hand over the trident, though?
The king will kind of hold it and go, Sorry, my beautiful, sweet darling, but sometimes duty is more important than beauty. Kind of with a tear, hands it over.
Oh. I pat him on the back.
No, of course, if we could use it to help you in finding the rest, sure. But I mean, you can hold on now.
I think honestly, Al's gonna take a chance real quick and just go as I'm looking over, and just write and say, precisely. Now we were hoping to get such things appraised so we can know what value to sell them at, but clearly they are priceless historic heirlooms, and seeing as how we are assisting you and we were in need of money for a ship, might be able to say 1 and 1, and if you were in need of these ancient artifacts and such adventurers helping you and your family were in need of a ship, well, seems we are in good enough standing to assist one another, so to speak.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Beautiful Triton. That is very useful.
I was like, if you're
Does
taking
anyone
all
want
this,
to, before you roll, does anyone want to help Alabeth? Did I say anything else?
Am I able to give a bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and add a 1d10.
Cool. I'll do my guidance and Kev, were you asking about like if anyone's giving him like the actual like help action?
Like
for
the help
advantage?
action. Is anyone gonna say anything as a way to give the help action to? Alabeth?
Yes, the king kind of mutters what I just said. He's like, yeah, it really is a really good Triton, and it would help us on this.
It would be really
All
nice if
right.
you could
Yeah.
apologize.
So roll with advantage. Add your D4 and add a D10.
Yeah, just for the help, just for the fun, I'm gonna roll like the bardic and the guidance first, just to see what the final thing is.
Sure.
Okay. So that's 3 for the guidance. Your bardic's a D10. Damn, that's right.
Oh yeah, brother.
So 4. So that's plus 7 already.
All right.
So with advantage, you said persuasion.
Yes.
Oh my god, I forgot I have really good persuasion.
I swear I'm not gay, but I'll kiss
14
you.
and 4, so 14 and 14. So that's plus
7, so
plus
21.
7, so 21.
Ever the magic number. The Emperor crosses his arms and gives a nod. Let me do. How about this then? Tonight, my advisors will go over the items and present their worth and such, and their authenticity. Whereas just the historians may have done an investigation, we will do one more thorough. Tomorrow, the daughter's wedding will be carried out, and we will have a glorious day. And the day after, I will give you a boon. One that is worthy not only of the items that you have presented us, but also in gratitude of this favor of helping my wonderful daughter be able to marry her beloved. What sayeth all of you?
I say that sounds wonderful, Your Majesty.
I bow as well and say, most gracious.
Carol also bow.
He immediately clap. He looks over to Alara, who hasn't really said much.
I'm still here. I would be waiting to say,
I am just nodding my head. It's like, very well.
yeah, I was just waiting to say she kind of just goes, and just something on it. She's investigating the whole thing.
She's investigating the building.
The whole
No,
Whole thing.
The whole thing, like she's just
Watching it unravel.
Yeah.
Are you trying to glean anything from this?
Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
If you're trying to
it's good
glean
to have more like what's it called? Thinky characters like that. Yeah, that's good.
then if you want to, you can give me an insight.
Okay.
Insight the Emperor.
14.
Hey, we're doing.
That's a 20.
Yeah,
Oh,
at least the first one.
You go with the number on the left.
Okay. 20.
If it meets, it beats. So, because he got an 18 plus 2.
So 20. So yeah.
So, Robin,
So
Yeah.
what exactly are you trying to glean? Is there anything specific?
I'm trying to figure out what beast or monster that we have to basically battle. Like, what is going to show up when we are.
So you're trying to guess if this wedding is a trap?
Yes.
Well, that and the situation, we essentially are signing up with the Emperor here. She's traveled.
So-
like, what are we getting
okay.
ourselves into?
Exactly. It's
So,
like not just fancy words. Like
What
those
you're
things
gleaning?
to fight.
What you're gleaning is you just signed up to attend and assist in a royal wedding.
Right.
There is, for all the Emperor cares about, there is nothing worth fighting. There is no trap. This is just to help his daughter. That is all the king cares about.
She's marrying a non-royal. So
Yeah,
that's
so it's not. So it's
worrying.
being.
Okay, but hear me out.
Okay.
Charles
Let her
married Charles married Princess Diana, and that was just her wedding too. And look how that turned out.
But the problem is, the emperor doesn't know that he might get assassinated.
I love weddings.
I love it. Robin's just quietly turning this whole thing upside. Like, I love it. It's perfect. I think it is fishy.
It's like, I'm in danger.
I was like, it is. Some is fishy. No one.
I'll say for Githzerai, this is very in character.
Exactly.
I'm happy with this.
The king, Alibeth, and Carl and Pepper are like, this is great. Ilara's like, how can this go wrong? Perfect.
Oh, it's totally going to go wrong because we got the priest gone missing, but instead we're going to put in a substitute priest of a wedding that's not supposed to be known to nobody. It's got red flags everywhere.
Thank you.
It's gonna be one of those
like-
Vegas shotgun style weddings where you get with an Elvis impersonator.
I was like, either
Really below we're gathered here today.
he dipped or someone maybe wasn't happy with it,
Yeah.
wasn't going to benefit from it, took him away.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
this doesn't
but
seem consensual at all.
Well, true.
I have played Dungeons and Dragons with both of you as the DM and Eric as the DM for too long for it to just be a regular wedding.
Justin just brought up an amazing point. The last officiant went missing. I swear to God, if like I get kidnapped and go missing tomorrow, you know what happened. Like, I mean, once is a coincidence, twice is a pattern.
But
So,
the difference is, the difference is you can't go missing. You'll be aware.
Correct. So, we've put ourselves in the crosshairs. You
Yeah,
definitely
that's
got that
good,
right,
though.
Robin. You're 100% right.
Also, High Paladin Gulf disappeared on the ocean. You're in the palace right now.
For real,
Yeah.
for real.
My wonder is, was there another kingdom
I
that
don't care
wanted?
where we are.
Totally
I
just-
still said what I said.
You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Right. Yep. So, but with this, the king raises his hands and claps to the attendants.
Emperor.
Take the.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
It's emperor.
Did I say?
I was like, you said Eric, I was like,
Oops, sorry, the emperor. That was me. The emperor,
He's weak,
Unzab,
kill him.
he claps his hands to other attendants. Take them to the guest rooms. They will be special guests for the evening. We will take care.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we will celebrate my daughter's wedding. Glorious day. A good night to all of you. And he dismisses you all from the chamber.
All right, gang, go on ahead and get your weapons ready.
It won't be that soon.
And as you all leave the chamber,
My done.
as you all leave the king's chamber and are taken to the guest quarters, that is where we will roll the credits for the evening.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. We're having a Vegas wedding. ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know, I don't think they do the Elvises anymore. That's really sad. I don't think they do the
I'm
Elvis.
gonna get married by Elvis.
Oh my god, you're the Elvis for the wedding.
That's
This
what I
is
said.
very, yeah, this is very
I just-
special because they don't do this anymore. I don't think in
I just
Vegas.
stand by what I said. I have played Dungeons
No,
and Dragons.
Oh, you're right. You are
No,
so
you're
right.
100% right. We needed somebody to be like, let's unlock what the fuck is going on.
This is gonna go left. There's no doubt in it. This is gonna go left.
I'm so happy we did this because I was just like, I hope this doesn't turn into a fetch request. And I was just like, let's bypass this to make sure our guy is just able to officiate it. That's better. That's funnier. I was just like, let's just get this. That's like getting some like guy off the streets who like is dressed up as a naked cowboy.
Hey, I'm a celebrity, a minor celebrity, but a celebrity. Come on.
Hey, I amped you up, buddy.
Thank you.
I will also say I see that someone used The Godfather as a
Yes.
GIF in there.
Yeah.
Do you guys get the joke about his race?
He's a catfish.
Oh,
He is the Codfather.
Oh.
I missed that part that he was the god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, oh, you're caught.
I will say.
Oh, when did you cut out?
Right after the king story, because I didn't know if you wanted those to be information for people.
No.
Yes, I did. Yes, the closing banter I do want from now on. Yes.
Okay. Well, I got the whole king thing. It's just right there when you're just like when we were theorizing. I was like, oh, let me cut that out just in case.
Don't want to.
No, it's fine. Post like theories and stuff is fine because like that's nothing's. You guys have not done anything to my story yet.
Okay.
So if you all enjoyed this session, like, subscribe, favorite, share, whatever you do, it's up to you. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to check out my other game videos, you can check out the GamerTilsonrise channel. And if you'd like to update with my channel, you can check my Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky. All links are in the description below. And we will catch you next time on GamerTilsonrise. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Praise the tentacle.
Ninja.